Investors Company. Glad to be here again with another extraordinary video that can change your life literally. We're going to be talking about 9 ways of opportunities and ventures that you can take on to build passive income. Okay, we're going to watch this video that I have on our screen right now. I believe is well put together, and we're going to learn a lot of things from the video. And also we're going to be talking probably about how to edit a video if you want to start a YouTube channel. I believe if you're somebody that is interested in building passive income with the wealthy mindset, and remember, rule number 1 of our company here at Master Investor is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard for us. In other words, we are pursuing the new rules of money. We are working to acquire a real asset that we control with our company or companies, if we have several different companies or whatnot, but we are in control of that asset. We're not going to encourage anyone to purchase a stock so that, you sit there with it, you pray that it might go up so you can sell it for a capital gain. That's too risky, and that's not the game that we're going to be playing here in our company. We're truly giving you financial education made simple and the knowledge that you need in order to build your asset column with real assets. Okay, so I want you to smash the like button and also leave me a question below if you have one. I'm going to come back and answer any of the questions that gets put on the comment section down below, and check out our website at MASTERINVESTOR.education if you're interested in building passive income quickly with digital assets. Then you need this ebook that we have on our website. It's called How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, or you can start with the 10 New Rules of Money. Both ebooks and courses will do you a great favor in building passive income, because we're giving you exactly the steps that you need in order to build true wealth. And wealth is not measured in dollars necessarily, it's measured in the time and the freedom that you have, because a lot of people have a lot of money but they don't have freedom. So here at Master Investor, our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high quality financial education made simple to build passive income and true wealth. Okay, let me see. I think I just want to make sure that we're live. Okay, yeah, we are. Perfect. See, there we are. Okay. So another thing that I want to mention is that in order to understand the new rules of money, you first have to go back into the history of money and grasp your mind around the thought that today money is created with debt, and that's why debt is tax free. Okay, and today money is no longer real money. It's fake money. It's fiat money. It's a currency. It's paper money. It's monopoly money. It's just an idea backed up by confidence. So I say that to say this. Rule number 1 of our company was to build and is to build and work to build passive income and make money work hard for us. Okay, that's the best type of income a person can work for, because it gives you true freedom. Okay, it allows you to pursue your passions, to live through your purpose in life without having to work at a job that you hate or doing something that you really don't like to do. Okay, you weren't born to do that. You have talents and skills that the world needs, and so majority of people are too busy neglecting those skills because they're working at a job to acquire money so they can pay for the bills. So there are better ways to create income, and that is through passive income with real assets, not fake assets. A stock that doesn't put any money into your pocket in the form of passive income is a fake asset. It's not a real asset. So the stock market is really for losers, unless you have a great team around you that is building dividends and is making you wealthy fast. With today's technology, we can get wealthy fast. We want to get to that cash flow today. We don't want to wait years. We want to touch the money right away. Okay, so I'm going to show you ways that you can actually do that. Okay, if you have a topic that you're interested about talking, you can create an e-course or a digital ebook, right? If you like to do video, then you need to open up a YouTube channel, start uploading content. You don't need to even be on the face of the YouTube channel like I am in here in this instance, but you can also pay somebody else to create videos for you so that you just upload them, you teach in your community a certain topic, and your videos are being viewed, and that's what YouTube pays you for, because they pay you for the ads that are being sponsored in your YouTube videos. So the more your YouTube videos are being viewed, then the more you're going to be getting passive income. Okay, so literally you can start building passive income without any money, and that should be the right way to do it. That's why I don't recommend the stock market, because first you're breaking our rule number one of our community. Our rule number one of our company is to work to build passive income and make money work hard for us. The rule number one here of, or the second rule, I should say, rather, of our community is that that money does not, it doesn't take money to make passive income. That's it. Okay. So in other words, we're going to show you the education and the knowledge that you need in order to make passive income without any money. So if you're somebody that doesn't have any money, then this video is for you too, because you don't need money to make money. A lot of people have a lot of money and they can't make money without money. So you just need the knowledge, because knowledge is the new money, and you need to take massive action. You need to find a problem that you're willing to solve in the marketplace, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It could be through YouTube videos, it could be through ebooks, through digital courses, and many other ways that you can actually start building your asset column with real assets, okay, that pay you passive income. Okay, so we're going to start the video right now, and I hope that you enjoy. I just want to make sure that we can hear it. So I'm going to check the phone here. I'm going to play.
Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about 9.
Let me see.
If you're going... Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about 9 different ways that you can make passive income. And for each of those, I'm going to talk about how hard it is to get started, how hard it is to make $100 a month from it, and how hard it is to maintain once you've created the thing in the first place. For me and my business, these 9 different sources generate around $27,000 per week these days, with varying degrees of passiveness. And obviously this has taken me like 8 years to build up, so don't expect to be hitting those sorts of numbers when you first get started. But this is the video that I wish I would have had when I started my financial independence journey many years ago. Let's go for it. Alright, so when I say passive income, I always air quote it, because there is really no such thing as passive income. There is no way to make money without doing anything at all. But when I say passive income, what I mean is that it's money that is not directly tied to our time. So let's say you were to write a book. If you write a book, you publish a book, that book is now on bookshelves. You've done the work kind of once to write and publish the book, but now anytime the book sells, you make money from royalties. That is passive income. You could literally be making money while you sleep, because you've created this thing which is out in the world, which is generating income for you. The other thing with passive income is that it always takes a very long time to get going. So if you see any ads before this video talking about how you can get rich quick by whatever scheme, or if you see people in the comments pretending to be me saying, oh my god, here's how you can get rich quick with crypto, WhatsApp this number, that is all a scam. It's not going to work. There is no way to get rich quick. It is not a thing. So if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme, those things just don't exist. So you might as well not even try. And the way I think of this is that ultimately money is just a medium for exchanging value. The only way to make money is to provide value. And the only way to make passive income, passive money, is to provide value in a way that is not directly tied to your time. So please, please, please do not try and join a get rich quick scheme. Hey, here is how you kind of play poker online. None of these things ever work. People always end up losing money. The only way to make money is by providing value. And so let's talk about the 9 different ways that you could provide value if you wanted to. Just before we dive in, I want to tell you that I've just launched my brand new Skillshare class about productivity for creators, how to start a successful side hustle. That's linked to the video description. Skillshare is sponsoring this video. I'll tell you more about Skillshare later on, but I want to plug my own class because I think it's genuinely really good and people really like it, and it will help you get tips on how you can start side hustles in your spare time. Anyway, let's get into the video. Alright, so let's kick things off with investing in stocks and shares. And in In this context, the way that we provide value is by offering up our money. Providing money and investing in a service is, in a way, giving a form of value. And so when we give our money to a company in the form of buying their stocks, it makes sense that we would get some kind of return for that investment. And we're starting with this because investing in stocks is the easiest way to make any kind of passive income. If you have any sort of savings and they're sitting in a savings account earning 0.01% interest, they're not really doing very much for you. Whereas if you had those savings and put them in stocks, you could
let me add something in there. Very important what he said in the video is the way you're going to make passive income is, like I said earlier, to solve a problem in the marketplace by providing value, right? So the more generous you are and the more you think about solving other people's problems, the more wealthy you're going to become. And that could be done through YouTube channel or through your digital course that you created, or an ebook that you pay somebody else to write for you, or maybe you wrote it yourself because you have time, but maybe you don't have the money. And sometimes being broke is the best advantage that we can all have to build wealth, because if we start with nothing, then we can actually learn the golden rule of the wealthy, which is we don't need money to make passive income. We need financial education and we need true wealth. So if you truly want to start accessing passive income into your life, then you need to first get your financial education and turn that into knowledge so that you apply into your real life. So, like he mentioned, be generous and also provide value. Under promise and over deliver, right?
Actually be earning passive income from the money that's otherwise just sitting there. Now, I've got a whole video called The Ultimate Guide to Investing in Stocks and Shares for Beginners, which is going to be linked over there somewhere. So that is a solid half an hour long introduction to.
Now, I don't agree with everything that this person says about investing, such as, encourage people to stocks and other fake assets, right? Like I told you, unless you have a team of people that are helping you create dividends from those stocks, and the trick about that is picking the right stock. So it's better for you to start focusing on your asset column with real assets that your companies control. So if you have a niche about health, then you incorporate a company regarding health, and now you start building the asset column of that company. Okay. If you're wanting to start right now, if you're watching the video and you're saying, hey, how can I get started today? Then the answer is yes, you can. You just need an email address, and you can tag along other companies who have created the products, the sales pages, and all the elements of a successful business. The business is already there. They need more clients. That's what they're looking for. They want to solve the problem that they were born to solve, which a company is always solving a problem. So when a company is built, it's always solving some sort of problem. So, find out what are the problems you want to solve, and then tag along with the company that is offering an affiliate program where they're paying you a certain commission per every sale and membership or subscription that you sell for them. Whether you're doing that on autopilot, you're delegating that to overseas to do some ads for you, and now you're creating 10 sales per day. You don't need to create any of the systems because they're already created. That's why I believe digital assets are the way to become wealthy very fast. So if you're not getting wealthy fast, and you're doing it wrong, because with the technology that we have today and all the tools and resources for free, we can actually create a fortune online. And think about Netflix, right? How many people that you talk every day, they have a subscription with Netflix, whether it's a basic subscription of $9, $9.99, I think that's what it is. You never have that product in your physical hands. Yeah, you can watch it. You turn on the TV and you log into the app. So that's a software service, and I think that is the best way you can actually tap into passive income, selling softwares, building a software, and providing digital assets. That's a digital asset, right? Netflix is a digital asset because, of course, the people that created the movies, they're getting paid for each show, or every time somebody watches that show or that movie, they're getting a percentage of that view. So same thing with YouTube. That's why I think YouTube platform is one of the best ways you can start building passive income and securing your financial success for the near future. You just gotta upload content with great thumbnails. You need to have a topic that people want to hear about, and of course, being authentic, right? People like to see who you are, and they want to get to know you. So, three things people want to know before they do business with you. They want to know you, they want to like you, and they want to trust you. And once they have accomplished that for you, then they will do business. They will give you their money for whatever products you're selling to them. Okay, so but we don't recommend the stock market. I just want to make that clear. He recommends the stock market. I don't recommend it because it's something that is too risky and you don't control the market. The market goes up and down, so you just have to sit there with your stock and praying that it's going to go up to sell it. That's capital gain income. It's not the type of income we focus on here at Master Investor. We want to teach and help our partners to build their bottom line, their cash flow, aka passive income, which is the best type of income. And if we use debt to invest for passive income, in other words, if you have a credit card and you use that credit card to build your passive income, to inject the working capital into that business using your credit card, number one, using debt is tax free. And number two, if you're investing for passive income and you acquire passive income, that income is also tax free. Legally, when you have a team that knows the tax code and can do a tax strategy with you ahead of time, then you can minimize taxes all the way to zero and be tax-free entity. All right, let's continue watching the video. And remember, we do not recommend the stock market because we're here to build passive income. We're here to make money work hard for us, and you're not putting your money to work when it's in the stock market because it's stuck in there until the economy goes up, and then you're hoping that maybe somebody will buy your stock when you're ready to sell it at a certain price. So you want to actually control your money. Okay, if you have any money, control it. Make sure that you're building it with your assets for passive income, something that you actually have 100% control. That could be your own company, or that could be, you're tagging along with another company that's offering you a percentage of each sale, and you're just bringing the targeted traffic to that company, and you're investing that capital to produce more leads that will turn into real customers. All right, so it's all about building your own networks and offering great value back to them. Okay, let's continue.
Exactly how they work. But the thing that I recommend for most beginners as a non-financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, purely for entertainment purposes only, I saw people say, or at least the thing that I do is that basically all my money that's in stocks and shares is invested in index.
I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna skip this because we don't recommend any of that. So let's go on to the next one. I actually,
which is $100 a month, but you grow on YouTube. But getting started on YouTube is
Right here.
very straightforward. The real question is, how hard is it to actually make real money from YouTube? So again, let's say you want to make $100 a month in passive income. What does that look like? Well, firstly, to be eligible for monetization on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. It took me 6 months and 52 videos to get my first 1,000 subscribers. And if we look at the averages, it actually takes on average 90-something videos to get to 1,000 subscribers. So that's quite hard. If you're thinking you're going to start a YouTube channel and start making money from day one, that's basically not going to happen. It took me 52 videos, 6 months to get there. So if people message me like, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel, I'm like, look, you have to be able to put in the effort and do this for a very long period of time. At least once a week, I say for at least 2 years before you can expect anything in return. But let's say you've hit your 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 hours of watch time. How hard is it to actually make $100 a month? Well, on average, the kind of revenue per 1,000 views on YouTube is around about $2. So this varies massively, but let's say on average about $2 per 1,000 views. Therefore, if you want to make $100 a month, you need 50,000 views on YouTube to make $100 a month. Let's say you make one video per week, and let's assume you're not getting any traffic on your older videos. That means every video you make needs to get around about 12,500 views. And very roughly, the average YouTube channel can expect around about 20% of their subscribers to equal the average view count for each video. So on YouTube, if you had 62,000 subscribers, very roughly, very averagely, you can expect 20% of them, i.e. 12,500 views on each video. And assuming you have no evergreen content over the long term, you would need around about 60,000 subscribers to be making $100 a month. In reality, you make $100 a month a lot before 60,000 subscribers. I think I was making $100 a month when I had like 10,000 something subscribers. Like it was fairly early on. But When it comes to assessing how hard is this to do, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 stars. It's actually very hard to make compelling YouTube videos, and it's very easy to get started, but it's hard to do well. It's totally worth it. It's a great skill set. It's really fun. You get to meet people across the internet. You get to learn how to talk to a camera and how to film and video edit, and it's really great, but it's very hard to actually make money from YouTube. Finally, in terms of effort to maintain, like actually getting
I mean, you know, like I said, I'm gonna stop in certain parts because I don't agree with the fact that anything is hard. Like you just gotta stick to the plan. You gotta be consistent. You gotta learn how to do certain things that maybe you don't like to do, but you gotta do it because you are passionate about solving a problem in the marketplace. That could be through YouTube. That could be through writing an ebook. Maybe you don't like to write, so you just find ways around that. You can delegate. Remember, a master investor, we know a little about everything. We are generalists. We're not specialists, so we hire the specialists to do the hard work that we don't want to do. So if you don't like to edit videos, then you pay somebody to do it, or you learn it yourself, and you can do it at the beginning, right? And so I think YouTube is something that is very easy for anybody to start and be consistent with it, because number one, we already are on the internet all day long. Number two, we have our phones in our hands wherever we go, so we can record content. We can just do a 1 minute short video and then say whatever we want to talk about, and that's it. Don't worry about the views at the beginning. Don't worry about the likes or the comments. Just be authentic. Get better with the camera. It's actually easier to talk to the camera than talk to a person in person. So think about that. So, you know, like I said, I encourage you to do anything to build your passive income successfully with real assets that pay you passive income today, that you can say, hey, you know, if I make these videos and I consistently do it for this amount of time, I'm going to earn this much. Okay, nothing is guaranteed, but you can see by the results of other people what is your potential. Okay, so, you know, like the saying goes, success leaves clues. So just pay attention.
first 1,000 subscribers is a lot harder than keeping it growing. Because once you've got 1,000 subscribers and once your channel is growing, it means you've landed on a formula that works. And so maintaining it then becomes easier than starting from scratch. And so in our side hustle assessment matrix, we're going to give maintenance of a YouTube channel passive income stream to be around about 2 out of 5 stars. To use my example, I made 70 videos before I started making any money from YouTube AdSense. And these days, the YouTube channel makes around about $12,000 a month in passive income from YouTube AdSense. Now, again, this is not entirely passive because I keep on uploading new videos, but actually the bulk of the amount of money that we generate from ads is from older videos.
Exactly. So it's passive income because the videos that he's getting paid from are the old videos that he created one time. That's all he did. He, you know, took 30 minutes out of his day, shot the video, uploaded it, right? And that video is constantly bringing him money over and over again. And the more videos he uploads, that 11,000 will grow. I believe now we're gonna watch a video after this that I really like about his channel. He talks about how he used to be a doctor, and he compares how much he makes now on YouTube. I believe he's somewhere around the 300,000 per month. I'm not mistaken, per year, per month, but it's a lot more than 11,000 per month. Just uploading YouTube videos. And remember, there are people out there. If you don't like to have your face shown on a video, then you can choose a video that is viral and change the subject. In other words, if the video got 7 million views and the title was the reasons why octopus are smart and sensitive, now you can, instead of the octopus, you can talk about a monkey or something that hasn't been done yet, right? Another animal with the same title, talking about a different animal, and you pay somebody overseas on Fiverr.com. There's a website called Fiverr.com, Fivve. I think it's VVER, or maybe let me look it up right now. Actually, I want to give you that website. I think it's Fivverr, Fiverr. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, that's right. You see it right here. This one right here, Fiverr. You can pay and find any type of gig that you need in here. You need it to edit a video. You can hit here, edit video. Look at this. I will professionally edit your hip hop, rap, trap music video for $10. Super great resources right here that you can find. This website is amazing. You can find anything. Okay, you want to create a logo, you want to do write an ebook, write content for you. Look, you got ghostwriters in here. See, I would do SEO article writing, content writing for you, blogs. Right, $10. You can find it all the way down to $5. Look at this one. I do high quality blog post content writing, summarize articles, $5. Okay, so you can start delegating. You don't need to do it all yourself. Okay, so let's go back to the video.
That were uploaded this month. So with that caveat, $12,000 a month passive income is around about $3,000 a week thanks to this YouTube channel, and thanks to you guys for supporting it and all that stuff. There are other ways of monetizing YouTube, like brand deals and like selling merch and this all other sort of stuff, but it doesn't really count as passive income through YouTube, which is why I'm not including this in this side hustle assessment matrix. Idea number 3 for making passive income is to start a podcast. This is generally easier than starting a YouTube channel, although growing a podcast is a lot harder than growing a YouTube channel because podcasts themselves don't really have a algorithm that's helping them grow. In fact, a lot of podcasts grow by having a YouTube channel, which is kind of weird. Right, so how hard is it to start a podcast? Well, again, 1 out of 5 stars. It's very, very easy to start a podcast. Go on anchor.fm and you can literally use your phone. You can pass your phone around between you and your friends and you can start a podcast. You can use a website called riverside.fm that I've recently invested in as an angel investor. Riverside makes it very easy to record remote podcast interviews. It's very, very easy to start a podcast. But how hard is it to make $100 a month in passive income from a podcast? Well, again, this is not quite passive income because the way podcasters make money is by relying on brand deals. There is no YouTube AdSense for podcasts. And so you need a sponsorship or a brand deal to make any money for your podcast, generally speaking. And apparently you can expect to make around $18 for a 30-second ad in a podcast and $25 per 1,000 views or 1,000 listens for a 60-second ad. So if you want to make $100 a month, and assuming you have a stream of sponsorships who are giving you that level of sponsorship deal based on your download numbers, you would need around 1,000 downloads per episode if you have a weekly podcast. So you would have 4,000 downloads a month. And if you're putting a 60-second ad in there for $25 per 1,000 views, that would make you around about $100 a month by having 1,000 downloads per episode and 4 episodes per month. This begs the question, how hard is it to get 1,000 downloads per month? Well, it's a lot harder to get 1,000 podcast downloads per month than it is to get 1,000 YouTube views per month because, again, YouTube has so much distribution built in. It's different to podcasts. Also, loads more people are on YouTube than on podcasts. But if we look at the stats, then it's the top 20% of podcasts in the world that get, on average, more than 1,000 downloads per episode. Be cool vegan leather.
Sorry. Let me go back.
But we make around about YouTube channel can expect around about 20% of their subscribers to equal the average view count for each video. So on YouTube, if you had 62,000 subscribers in passive income from a podcast, well, again,
let me see where we were.
I'm going to give this roughly a 3 out of 5 star rating for difficulty of getting $100 a month. Obviously, if you live in a country like India where the average salary
Let me see.
a channel and you can upload videos by just filming with your phone and uploading it. In reality, it's
Right here. That's where we were.
makes it very easy to record chip deal based on your download numbers. You would need around 1,000 downloads per episode if you have a weekly podcast. So you would have 4,000 downloads a month. And if you're putting a 60-second ad in there for $25 per 1,000 views, that would make you around about $100 a month by having 1,000 downloads per episode and 4 episodes per month. This begs the question, how hard is it to get 1,000 downloads per month? Well, it's a lot harder to get 1,000 podcast downloads per month than it is to get 1,000 YouTube views per month because, again, YouTube has so much distribution built in. It's different to podcasts. Also, loads more people are on YouTube than on podcasts. But if we look at the stats, then it's the top 20% of podcasts in the world that get, on average, more than 1,000 downloads.
Yeah, because a lot of people like to watch rather than to listen. So YouTube is one of the top websites in the world most viewed. I think it's YouTube and Google. So, but podcast is growing because if you're driving or maybe you are working out or you're going for a walk, maybe you just want to plug in and listen. I like to listen. So you can also find our podcast, MASTERINVESTOR .education. Just go right here. We definitely have one. You can find it on Apple, Google Podcasts, and all of the platforms right here, podcasts. So if you want to start your podcast, you can also start uploading at least 15 minutes per day or whatever you think is appropriate for you at the beginning. It really doesn't have a limit. I mean, I think there's an hour limit on the podcast. I'm not sure. I think in the app, some apps will only allow you to upload up to an hour, but as you can see, we upload like podcasts every week, so you can find them. We talk about money, business, and investing, and help you understand the new rules of money, give you ideas to learn how to build passive income and invest properly with the wealthy mindset. All right, let's continue
So
right
use a
here.
friend of mine as an example. My housemate Sheen started her own podcast around 5 months ago. There will be a link to that in the description if you want to check it out. And on average, her podcast gets around about 400 to 500 downloads per episode. This is not bad at all, especially considering she started 5 months ago and had zero audience when she started, so she didn't have the unfair advantage that I did when starting my own podcast, for example. And because she's just launched season 2 of her podcast and has just started posting videos about it on YouTube, that will really help the podcast grow. And I'm pretty sure that in the next 6 months, she'll be getting to a point where she can quite easily make $100 a month from her podcast. So going back to our side hustle assessment matrix, starting a podcast, 1 out of 5 stars. Making $100 a month, I'm going to give that a 3 out of 5 stars because it's hard, but not as hard as maybe monetizing on YouTube where you have this minimum threshold. And finally, maintenance, well, it's not really passive income because you do have to keep on making podcast episodes because the brand deals are associated with that. But again, once you've stumbled on a formula that works, once you know how to be a podcaster, it's easier to continue going once you've already gotten started, as is the case with most things. And so in terms of maintenance of the podcast, I'm going to give that 2 stars. To use me as an example, so me and my brother have a podcast called Not Overthinking, link in the video description if you want to check it out. But we make around about $625 per week from the podcast overall, from brand deals and from our membership. All right, so idea number 4 for generating passive income is to become an affiliate marketer. Affiliate marketing means that you are selling other people's products, but you're getting a percentage of the sale.
And this is what I was saying earlier on the video, right? One of the best ways is to, if you don't want to build the product yourself, but you want to start building passive income, then tag along with a company that already have all the components of the business ready for you. They already took care of the communication, the systems, the legal, the product, the leadership, the team, and the cash flow is there. Okay, it's an existing company. They have revenue, they have working capital, they have great sales pages, and all you need to do is find the people that want that solution and provide that to them. So you can do that through systems, through ads. You can pay somebody, find somebody in that website that I gave you, Fiverr.com, and tell them, hey, I need to have ads made for this opportunity. So build me a list of customers that want to buy this opportunity, and you give them your email autoresponder, and they will create an app for you, and you start building that passive income. So one of the fastest ways is affiliate marketing. To be quite frankly, don't be scared of the word affiliate marketing, because there are companies that are 100% legit at there that will pay you a great amount of passive income for every sale that you bring on to the table. And as long as that client continues to buy, whether it's the same product or a different product that they have, it will be linked with you for life. So you will get a percentage every time they purchase or pay for on any products on that company. Okay.
From those products. Now, apparently, 48% of affiliate marketers globally earn $20,000 a year, which is $1,660 a month, which is actually not bad at all. Like, people are doing very well with affiliate marketing overall. So, how hard is it to get started with affiliate marketing? Well, I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5 stars. Basically, you can just sign up to an affiliate program like Amazon Associates. So Amazon have their own affiliate program, which I think is probably the biggest in the world. And then once you have your little special links, you can post those on your website or on Twitter or on social media or whatever. And if people buy the product through your link, or in fact buy any product on Amazon through your link, you'll get like some tiny percentage of the sales. So pretty easy to get started with affiliate marketing. But how hard is it to make $100 a month? Well, this is actually kind of hard. So let's say you had a product that was $50 that you were trying to sell, and you were getting 5% commission on it. That would be pretty good. Amazon doesn't offer nearly as much as 5%, it offers like 2 or 3%, something like that. And let's say your average conversion rate, i.e. people visiting the thing versus people actually buying the product after visiting the thing, let's say that's 1%, which is pretty reasonable for a conversion rate. You would need 8,000 visits to your website or whatever to make $100 a month. It's actually quite hard to get 8,000 visits per month to your website, to a specific product page. And generally, doing well in affiliate marketing requires lots of upfront effort in terms of either building an audience or building such domain authority in whatever space you're in that you're sort of organically getting traffic. Now, other than Amazon, there are a few other affiliate programs that I'm part of. One of them is Skillshare, who are kindly sponsoring this video. I'll tell you about the sponsor segment later, but Skillshare have an interesting affiliate program where if you refer someone to sign up to a free trial of Skillshare, you can get $7 in affiliate commission just for that thing. So if you wanted to make $100 a month from affiliates, you would need 15 people every month to sign up for Skillshare with your affiliate link thing. How hard is it to get 15 people a month to sign up with your affiliate link? Well, it's not that hard if you have an audience, and it's not that hard if you have your own classes on Skillshare like I do. I have like 9 of them. And so if I want to make money through Skillshare affiliates, I can just tell people, hey guys, I can tell you that, guys, I've just released my latest Skillshare class, Productivity for Creators, How to Start a Successful Side Hustle. So there'll be a link in the video description if you want to check that out. Like, that would be, hopefully, some of you will see that. I'll click on that link in the description, and then that will be me getting some affiliate income from Skillshare for this video. So, going back to our side hustle assessment matrix, how hard is it to make $100 a month? I'm going to give this a 3.5 star rating because, again, you need an audience. And as we always talk about on this channel, the way you build an audience is by creating useful content, putting it for free on the internet once a week, and doing this for at least 2 years. If you just follow those 3 steps, I guarantee you'll have an audience, and you'll be able to make some kind of money through this passive income stuff. But that's quite hard to do. No one sticks to it for at least 2 years, so we'll give that a 3.5 star rating. But the good news is once you've created it and once you've started making money from affiliates, it's actually quite easy to maintain, because especially if you have evergreen content, the sort that isn't relying on like current affairs or the latest news, the sort that people might search for over a long period of time, this becomes like relatively reasonable passive income. Now, if we look at me and my business, these days from Skillshare, we make around about $11,000 per month in affiliate income, which approximates to around $2,750 per week. And from Amazon, on average, like it's around about $450 a month from the Amazon UK store, and a little bit more from the US and Canada. All right, method number 5 of making passive income is by selling digital products. Now, these are products that you create once, like an ebook or a download or an app or something like that. So you create it once and then you can sell it multiple times, because selling digital products doesn't usually have any cost associated with it. One really good example is this guy called Traff, who I follow on Twitter, who made an iOS 14 icon set and sold it for like $30 a pop a few months ago, and ended up making, I think, like $300,000 in the course of like a few weeks, just because loads of people around the world wanted to buy his icon pack. So he put the work into creating the pack, and now he's selling it for lots of money. Another example is my YouTuber friend Olier, who has made, as he says, $700,000 from selling his website Tumblr themes since 2014. So he made the website themes for Tumblr, he sells them, and he makes $700,000 on average, well, overall, since 2014. That's pretty cool. So how hard is it to get started making digital products? I mean, anyone can write an ebook. An ebook counts as a digital product. So I'm going to give this a 2-star rating, 2 out of 5 stars. But obviously, like, again, money is an exchange of value. So the thing that you're selling, you have to be providing enough value to compensate, to make up for the price that you're selling it for. And that's often quite hard, especially if you don't have any experience in this sort of field. And how hard is it to make $100 a month? Well, you know, it's very easy to create an ebook, but it's a whole different ballgame trying to get people to actually buy your ebook or buy your icon set or buy your app or buy your website themes. And because the market around this stuff is so competitive, like, you have to be genuinely really good to get people to buy your stuff. And the way you get people to pay you money for something is that you identify a problem that they have, you solve that problem, and then you charge money for it. And if you can do those 3 things, then it's, you know, I wouldn't say it's easy to make $100 a month, but it's very doable to make $100 a month. You just genuinely have to have something that solves a pain point that other people are willing to pay for. So we're going to give this a 3 out of 5 stars to make $100 a month from selling digital products. And finally, in terms of maintenance, we're going to give this a 2 out of 5 stars, because usually you do have to maintain your product a little bit, but it's often easier to do, like, it's much easier to maintain a product than creating a product in the first place. Idea number 6 for passive income generation is to create an online course. Now, online course is sort of like a digital product, but generally online courses are in video format. In fact, this whole video is so long, it could basically have been an entire online course. Maybe I'll do one about this very topic. And in terms of getting started, we're going to give the starting difficulty a 2 out of 5 stars, because it's not that hard to make an online course, but generally you do need to know how to do video. So, you know, you actually could film an online course on your iPhone or phone, whatever phone you're using. If you're one of those Android heathens, stick your phone on the side, talk to the phone, teach something. So it's not hard creating one, but in terms of making $100 a month, again, at that point, your course needs to actually be good. And the only reason people will pay for it is if the course is actually good. Now, you can avoid having to charge for your online courses by using a website like Skillshare, who are very kindly sponsoring this video. I have tons of classes on Skillshare. I think we've got 9 on them in total. I've been teaching on Skillshare since September 2019, and I've actually just released my new online class called Productivity for Creators, How to Start a Successful Side Hustle, where I teach you the ins and outs of how you can, well, create your own side hustle in your spare time without quitting your job. If you want to check this out, the first 1,000 people to click the link in the video description will get 30% off the annual Skillshare premium membership. This is actually a really good deal. I pay for Skillshare. I have been paying for it for years, even after I started teaching on it, because it's genuinely a fantastic place to learn stuff. They've got thousands of classes on all sorts of other topics, but you should definitely check out mine, like the 9 that I've got. There are 3 around productivity now, like the fundamentals of productivity, the sort of productivity equation, which is how I think of productivity, and productivity for creators. I have 2 on how you can study for exams. If you're in school, if you've got exams to prepare for, those apparently are really good. They've got very high ratings. And if you've already had a free trial of Skillshare, then you can still use that offer. But if you're one of the first 1,000 people to hit the link in the video description, you will get 30% off the premium membership, and you can check out my class, which I have to say is pretty good. Anyway, thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video, but genuinely, Skillshare is a great place to teach stuff, because you can teach things on Skillshare without directly having to charge for them, which is why I love putting my courses on Skillshare. It's kind of like having something on Netflix, in that the end user does not have to pay directly for the product. And the other nice thing about Skillshare is that it's like it's sort of like YouTube, in that anyone can upload a class to Skillshare, provided it meets certain quality requirements. And so it's a lot easier than having to make your own website and create your own courses platform and all that kind of stuff. So pretty easy to start. We're going to give this a 2 out of 5, but how hard is it to make?
Although I believe that if you have the time and you put the effort to create a digital course, then you might as well just upload it into your own website, because there are many platforms out there that allows you, that are built for digital courses, right? And Master Investor uses one of those platforms, and we have created a website where people can actually, go in there and get one of our courses. So, I believe having control over your own clients and your entire asset is important, right? So when somebody purchases our products right here, as you can see, this one is $49.99. You got an ebook that is over 500 pages long, with a step-by-step guide to show you how to build passive income and turn your passions and the things that you are good at into cash flow, into a cash flow business, right? Something that produces you passive income, right? Cash flow is passive income. So you also will get a financial statement that is blank, that you can download and fill it out, because remember what I always say here at Master Investor, we help people read their own financial statement so that they also can read companies or an investment financial statement, because we all have a financial statement. Regardless of where you are in the terms of wealth, you have a financial statement, and that will tell me where you are today, how many assets you have, how you earn your income, and what are your liabilities, your expenses, and what kind of income you're receiving, whether it's earned income when you have a job and you're getting a paycheck, or you have a salary, you're trading time for money, which is the worst type of income that you can build, because it doesn't give you true wealth and doesn't provide you with total freedom. The second type of income is capital gain income. That's when you buy something at a certain price and then you sell it for a higher price. That gain is called capital gain income, and that is also taxed at a higher bracket. So we focus on the best type of income, which is passive income. That's the third type of income that exists. Majority of people don't even know that there are more than one type of income. So they spend their entire life working for money. Here at Master Investor, we show you how to make money work hard for you. Okay, so we also have a mutual agreement for finder's fee. So if you're doing, business with somebody that has a business and you're sending clients to them, and they don't have any sort of affiliate program, then you can give them that mutual agreement and say, hey, I have a list of clients that are willing to buy what you have, but I need to have a percentage of that, of each sale. And so you sign a mutual agreement with that owner of that company, and every year you go back and renew it. And that way you don't leave any money on the table, because I believe if you're making magic happen between two individuals, then you deserve a percentage of that sale and continuously receive a percentage from that same client if they continue to buy, right? So if they buy one time, then okay, but if they continue to buy over and over again, then that person should be linked to you always, because they were there to begin with because of you. Okay, you send them to that business, right? How many times we send people to businesses and we don't get any money in return. That's why we created the mutual agreement. You can download it. So this right here, this ebook for $49.99, you'll have access to your own virtual office in here in our website, and you can view the ebook and do the entire course in your phone or your laptop, or you can also download the ebook into your hard drive, whatever you prefer. Okay. You can also find our ebooks on Amazon. If you go to amazon.com, for example, you can go to the 10 new rules of money. By Master Investor, and you're gonna find it, the 10 new rules of money. Let me see. Right there. Okay. Let's see why that didn't show up like there. I think it does show up. Let me see why. Oh, I think I just need to hit, yeah, right there. This is it right here. See, that same ebook, you can also get it straight from our website right here. You go to all courses. What are the 10 new rules of money to become wealthy? Right? You can buy here. It's a lot cheaper. On our website, you have more VIP benefits by just getting the ebook through our website. Okay, let's go back to the video so we can continue learning.
$100 a month from teaching online courses. Now this kind of depends. If you're going down the Skillshare route, then to make $100 a month on Skillshare, you need around about 1,700 minutes watch time.
So what I wanted to say is that, yeah, you can tap into Skillshare.com, but if you have the time to create the digital course already, you might as well just get a website that allows you to upload it into that website and get subscribers into that website, so you keep 100% of that sale.
Hours of watch time. So if you have a 1-hour class on Skillshare, you need 28 students to take that class every month and watch it with a premium membership, roughly, very broadly speaking, and that will give you around about $100 a month. At least those are based on my figures over the last 2 years of being on Skillshare. Now, how hard is it to get 28 people a month watching your class? Well, if your class is actually pretty good, it shouldn't be too hard to get 28 people a month watching it. If you have an existing audience, it's very easy to get 28 people a month watching it, because people already know, like, and trust you, hopefully, and so they'll watch your stuff and give you a shot because you've already built that goodwill with them. But the nice thing about Skillshare as a platform is that they have like their own algorithm, so the good stuff rises to the top. So if you genuinely have a really, really, really good class and you put it on Skillshare, then even if you don't have an audience, there is still a high chance that if the class is actually good and people watch it a lot and people recommend it and give it high ratings, it will rise to the top and it will start getting recommended to people who find it on the Skillshare homepage or who search for it specifically. The other way of making $100 a month from a course is to just charge $100 for a course, and then if you do that, you just need one sale every month. So how hard is it to get one person a month to buy your course? Well, again, if it's good, the world of online education is exploding so much. Every year, more and more money is being spent on online education, especially with the whole pandemic stuff. So if you have a valuable skill that you can teach, I think courses are one of the best and one of the best ways of making passive income, because it's fun to create a course, you can teach stuff, you don't need that many technical skills like making a website or anything like that. Just shove it on Skillshare, and then people can take your course and learn on the internet, and it's just cool overall. And the nice thing is that once you've made the course and once you're making $100 a month from it, maintaining that level is actually quite easy. We're going to give that a 2 out of 5 stars, because generally you don't need to update the course that often, and you can do that once in a while. You just need to make sure you're getting a reasonable amount of traffic to it, and hopefully that traffic will grow over time. These days, the vast majority of my online courses, at least the very passive ones, are hosted on Skillshare, and it's kind of ridiculous, but these days they make around about $60,000 to $65,000 per month in purely passive income. Like, I literally do nothing for my Skillshare classes once I've made them, other than reply to comments and other than occasionally plug them in videos. And that's like $60,000 a month in passive income. That means this is around about $15,000 per week, and this makes up the bulk of the $27,000 a week that this business currently generates in purely passive income. Idea number 7 for passive income is by creating some kind of paid membership or community model. Now again, this is generally a bad idea unless you have an existing audience, which we keep coming back to. Like, everything becomes easier when you have an existing audience by creating content that has been valuable over a long period of time, very consistently. That audience knows, likes, trusts you, and so when you say, hey guys, sign up to my Patreon, then some people are likely to do that thing. The other way of doing a membership is by creating a value proposition that is so compelling that people will be willing to pay for a community-like service for this. If we use Patreon as an example, my friend Hannah Witten, who's a YouTuber, she's got around about 600,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I think she has around 600 patrons, 626 last time I checked, which means if we look at her Patreon stats, which are public, she's making somewhere between £2,000 and £5,000, or like $3,000, $7,000 per month in passive income from this audience. But it's like 600 people out of an audience of 600,000. So 1 in 1,000 of her subscribers have signed up to her Patreon. So clearly, you know, if those stats are true across the board, and they kind of are if you look at Matt Diabella's Patreon as well, you need a big audience to make a significant amount of money from Patreon. Again, this sort of depends on how much you're charging for them and exactly what value you're providing. Another example of a paid membership community is my friend Anne Lore, who runs a website called Nest Labs, and they have a paid membership community, which is $5 a month. And she started this, when was it? In the summer of 2019. She had 0 audience at the time, and she just wrote 100 blog posts over 100 working days and built up an audience such that in March 2020, when she launched a membership, she had some paying members for it initially. And I think last month, she's just passed $100,000 a year in annual recurring revenue, which is pretty awesome, from something that started less than 2 years ago. So how easy is it to start a membership program? Well, it's actually very easy. We can give this a 1 star because it's very easy to start one. You just make an account on some kind of membership platform like Patreon. But to make $100 a month, you need to provide $100 a month worth of value. And that's actually quite hard to do. We're going to give that a 4 out of 5 stars. But the nice thing is, again, once you've got that formula, once you're making $100 a month, it's actually a lot easier to maintain it, because the way the economics of membership communities work is, provided you keep showing up and providing value in some capacity, you know, people have already signed up for the thing, so it's not too hard to maintain that level of support that you're offering them. For this business, we have a membership community for our part-time YouTuber academy for the alumni, which is called the Part-Time YouTuber Inner Circle. We make roughly $2,800 a week from this membership community. It's not very passive. We run like 3 or 4 events per week, along with like twice a day co-working events on Zoom, and we have lots of stuff going on. So it takes a lot of work, but $2,800 a week is pretty good for a membership community. All right, nearly there. So idea number 8 for generating passive income is creating a business that sells goods or services, and then automating or delegating aspects of that business so that the income that you generate from it is reasonably passive. This is the stuff that Tim Ferriss talks a lot about in the 4-Hour Work Week, where there are a lot of businesses that you could make where you're selling a good or selling a service, and then you can delegate, outsource, automate in intelligent ways to make the income passive. So again, using my friend Oliver as an example, on his YouTube channel, he talks about his $1 million Shopify store. He designs, manufactures, and sells these really cool vegan leather kind of desk accessories and bags and mouse pads and that kind of stuff. And this was loads of work in setting up, but now he's got a team of 3 other people that manage the business. And so he spends proportionally less of his time running that business. And so it's sort of passive income for him, even though these days he still does spend around 10 hours a week maintaining things. Equally, if you're going down the service route, I've got a friend who runs an Instagram and Facebook ads marketing agency, where he has clients who pay him some, I think a few $100s per month to manage the Facebook and Instagram ads. And for him, it's like a small amount of work initially to set up the Facebook and Instagram ads, but then it's sort of automated, and he's got a team around it, and he's using things like Zapier to automate aspects of that business, so that each month he has to do a very small amount of actual work to keep it ticking along. So these are different ways of generating passive income from a kind of goods or service-based business, but it's quite hard to get started with this stuff. To get started, we're going to give this a 4 out of 5 star rating, because again, you need to create a business, and it's quite hard to make a business that genuinely provides value. Equally, we're going to give it a 4 out of 5 star rating for making $100 a month in revenue, because again, you have to be able to provide value. And providing value is hard. Like, it's not as easy as making an account on a stocks platform, just putting some money in. You actually have to give value to people, which is kind of hard. But the nice thing is, once you get started, like with anything, maintenance is a little bit easier. So we're going to give that a 3 out of 5 star rating. Finally, idea number 9 for generating passive income is to build an app or a website or some kind of software product that you can offer either as a one-off, or more likely these days as a subscription service. And there's a whole category of this called SaaS, software as a service. Now, if you look at the website indiehackers.com, there are like literally hundreds of examples of people who have built software businesses that are making passive income, and they share their revenue numbers, and they tell you how they got started, and they give you their tips. In fact, I was recently interviewed on an episode of the Indie Hackers podcast, which is really cool because I've been listening to it for years and like been following the website for years. And I was interviewed around the concept of starting an online course like the Part-Time YouTuber Academy. Now, I've had a bit of personal experience with this. So when I was at university, I made a website called BMAT Ninja and UK Cat Ninja. So software as a service, it was a question bank for medical applicants applying to medical school to help them do well in the admissions tests. And this was something that me and my brother coded completely from scratch. He and I both know how to code. We learned when we were young. And And so we worked over the summer of 2015 to make these things happen. I think in year 1 we made about $10,000, and in year 5 last year it was around $25,000 from BMAT Ninja. So, it's pretty good money, but it was a lot of work to set these things up. And so in terms of starting out, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 star rating, because to make an app is actually quite hard. You have to know how to code for the most part. You have to be able to offer something compelling, and you have to actually build it, which takes a lot of work and is very hard, but it's a lot of fun. And then once you've made it, I'm going to give $100 a month difficulty a 4-star rating, because again, it's easy enough. You can make an app, but then getting people to pay for the app is an entirely different kettle of fish. So we're going to give that 4 stars. But the nice thing is, like with everything, maintenance is a little bit easier. So we're going to give that a 3-star rating. If you like this video and you want to get started with your own entrepreneurship-y, passive income-y, generating journey on the internet, check out this short playlist over here, which is some of my favorite videos that I've made around tips for entrepreneurs, how I got started creating my businesses from scratch, how I learned to code, that sort of stuff. That's all in the playlist over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Okay, that was it for that. As you can see, building passive income requires some effort, but the whole idea and the concept of building passive income is that it's outside from, once it's built, you can separate yourself from it and then continue to scale that, or go build something else or acquire different cash flowing assets. So if you have no money and you have the energy and the passion to get started building passive income, then it's a great time for you to do it, because all you need is an email address. Okay, you can tag along with other people's companies through affiliate marketing. You can become of value to those companies, and they're willing to give you a percentage for every sale that you bring on to their website. Okay, and so what are your passions? What are your problems that you want to solve in the marketplace, right? You want to recognize some sort of problems that you are willing to solve, and find a company that have that product. I'm going to show you one of the websites that you can use. If you go to MASTERINVESTOR.education and you go to investor, you can sign up for ClickBank. Basically, affiliate marketing is an arrangement between a merchant, also known as a vendor or retailer or brand, or someone who's selling something, and a publisher, also known as an affiliate, to whom they pay commission for traffic and sales generated from their referrals. According to Wikipedia, this process has 4 key players: the merchant, the publisher, the network, and the customer. ClickBank provides the 4 elements for anyone to start making passive income from home fast. So you can just hit join, and then you go to this website right here, clickbank.com, and you can start earning passive income. Just find the products that you want to sell. You can their marketplace is huge. You have products from the health department, business, finance, anything that you can think of, you'll find it there. Whether the physical products, digital products, you name it, they have it. Okay, another store that you can go to is this one right here. You go to investor. There are many of them. Okay, I like to this ones. Okay, Digistore 24. Okay, marketplace. It doesn't take you. It's free to sign up. And look, so if you wanna sell a keto plan, right? They will pay you $25 per each sale. It tells you everything about here. And let's say if you want to promote it, you want to promote that. Let me go back over here, and they will give you a link. Click here for proven affiliate materials. Look at this. You see everything's already made for you. Look at this capture page right here, this sales page. You don't need to worry about creating any of this stuff. Okay, all you need to do is create a Facebook ad and start sending people to this link right here. Okay, once people start signing up, you get a commission for every sale. Look, it tells you everything. The price is, how much is the total price for this? Commission 85%, so you get 85% commission from that. So the price is $29. That's why you get $25 from this keto plan thing. So okay, Yeah. And I think there's a subscription, so I recommend you looking for products that have subscriptions. Look at all the products in here, all the categories that you can choose from. You have animals and pets, business and investment, computer and internet, dance and music, dating, love and relationships, email marketing, education, family and kids, fashion, fitness and health, foods and drinks, games and fun, green products and environment product protection, hobby and handcraft, home and garden, internet marketing and e-business, jobs and employment, languages, personal development, photography and motion picture, services, social media, software, spiritual and XRX, sports, survival, trade and products. I mean, anytime you can think of, they have it right there. So you can just, if you're into, let's say, business and investment, right? They have, a bunch of different courses. Um, if you're into like health, let's look at what they have here for finance and health. Okay, they got the Cato plan. They got the negative loan sticker. What is this for smokers, maybe, or something? Smart blood sugar, Cato desserts. Okay. Anyway, there you have it. Okay, if you want to start a podcast, then do that. If you like to talk about a topic, if you want to interview your friends or your associates or people, you can start 1 minute podcast and just provide value to the marketplace. People will recognize you as an authority, and they will get used to your face, your voice, and they will know that you're consistent with what you're doing. And it's all about laying a brick at a time each and every single day of your life. And eventually you'll look back and you'll say, wow, I have a great wall. But it took you concentration over that one day. So start with what you can today. Don't make excuses. Be resourcefulness and acquire anything that you can get your hands on today to start building that perfect brick that you're going to be laying on today. So if it's creating a YouTube channel, then create your first YouTube video, upload it, right? Do one every day. You will eventually have 30 videos, and then you can become better at them by listening to yourself, communicating better. One of the best skills you can ever learn is communicating. Okay, and now we have the possibility to do it through a camera like this, where I'm reaching out to millions of people around the world, and I'm selling even while I'm sleeping. So think about that for a second. If you have a physical store, you have to open at 7 o'clock in the morning, close around 9 o'clock at night, and only the people that walk in front of that store will have access to it, unless you have an online store. But for this example, let's say you just have a physical store, so people will get that product or get to think about buying the product that you're selling inside the store, while only the people that are walking in front of that store. So online, you can actually sell around the world with one click. So there could be hundreds of thousands of people and millions of people watching this video at the same time, and then one person or 100,000 or a million people decide to buy the product that I'm recommending you on our website, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet. Get that e-course, right? You go to our website right here, MASTERINVESTOR.education, and they all decide to buy at the same time. So it happens in the speed of light. That's why I love the internet so much, because you can actually sell and get rich very fast. Okay, so you go to all of our courses, get this course right here before it goes up in value, and the price actually, right? We have tremendous amount of value already in here. It's actually a bargain. It should be like a lot more right now, but just because we are interested in helping entrepreneurs and investors to become sophisticated and learn the new rules of money and learn how to build their asset column, then our mission here is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high quality financial education made simple with lucrative opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. That's why we build our financial department. We are more than an investment management company. We're passionate about money, business, and investing. And remember, if you want to be a master investor, you got to understand business, because investing is all about business. That's what we talk about business here on this channel all the time. Okay, so let's watch another video, and then right after the video, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you right here. Where is the video that I wanted to show you from him, from the same person? And then we're gonna edit one of the videos that I have for my YouTube channel, so you can maybe get some ideas on how you can edit your videos. Okay, let me see right here. I know I have it somewhere in here. Right here. How much money I earn in a week? He says when he was a doctor versus YouTube versus being a YouTuber. Okay, let's see what he's saying
So
here.
I'm going to break down what I earn from my full-time job of being a junior doctor in the UK's National Health Service, alongside with a breakdown of 5 different sources of passive income. But before I talk about the numbers, there are 2 main reasons for doing this video. The first one is to get views, because this is a juicy topic and I hope it'll get views. But secondly, and far more importantly, over the last few years, as I've really gotten into this entrepreneurship, passive income, financial independence stuff, I've benefited enormously from people on the internet being open and transparent about their income and their revenue. People like Pat Flynn and Graham Stephan and Mr. Money Moustache and the indie hackers community, links to all that down below. Seeing real people sharing real numbers has really inspired me over the years to do a lot of the things that I'm now doing today. And so if even a tiny proportion of people watching this video, instead of thinking, wow, look at this guy, he's a twat for sharing these numbers publicly, instead of thinking that, if I can inspire even a small number of people to just kind of take the first steps down this journey of passive income, financial independence, then this video will have been worth it, and hopefully I'll get some views along the way. So that's my virtue signaling over. Let's get into the juicy details now. So these are all the real numbers from Monday, the 23rd of March 2020 through to Sunday of that week. And let's start with my full-time job of being a junior doctor. So I work for the UK's National Health Service at a hospital in Bury St Edmunds, which is a town in the east of England. And I'm on the obstetrics and gynecology placement at the moment. And my annual salary is round about £38,000 a year. I am sort of in the equivalent of my intern year, if you're familiar with the American system. I'm not quite a resident yet, but I am a doctor, so I'm sort of like an intern. And looking at my payslip, which you will see over here, the hourly rate is about £15.36 an hour. So, as you can see, each month I work 173 basic hours and 25 hours out of hours, which comes out to £3,054.76. And then because I work around 1 in every 3 weekends, I get a bit extra for that. So that's around about £200 a month. So the total comes to £3,255.07. So if we break that down kind of in this week, let's start with the Monday. And on the Monday, I work a normal day shift, which is 8 o'clock in the morning through to 5 o'clock in the evening, which is 9 hours in total. So 9 times £15.36 is £138.24. So that is like my daily standard wage. But of course, all of these numbers are way before tax and national insurance and NHS pension contributions and student loans and all the other kind of stuff. I'll just be talking about the top line revenue rather than the post-tax versions of that, because, you know, tax varies in different countries. So that's the active component of my income. Let's now talk about 6 sources of passive income, and I kind of break it down kind of day by day. So the first one to mention is YouTube AdSense revenue. Now, you know those 5-second ads that you see before most videos on YouTube? Essentially, anytime someone watches one of those ads, YouTube pays a bit of money to the person who made the video. And so, on Monday the 23rd of March, I made £95.66 from AdSense views, and that was because I had 97,723 views on the Monday, which is around about £1 per 1,000 views. And I'll explain a bit more about how AdSense works as we go through the week. But so far, doctor income and AdSense income. The next thing is Skillshare. Now, Skillshare is an online platform. It's like Netflix for online courses. And the way you make money on Skillshare as a teacher, it's sort of like Spotify streaming royalties. So essentially, anytime someone watches one of my online classes on Skillshare, so far I've got 2 as of the time of recording this video, anytime people watch those, I get paid for every minute of premium watch time. So for every minute someone with a premium Skillshare account watches the videos. And so on Monday, I had 3,086 premium minutes of watch time, And actually, at the time, Monday the 23rd of March, I only had one class in Skillshare. This was a class, well, it is a class, you can watch it if you want, about how to edit videos in Final Cut Pro from beginner to YouTuber. So I made this class way back in September 2019, and it's been generating passive income from people watching it every day on Skillshare since then. So I had 3,086 minutes of watch time, and so on the Monday, I made $169.73 off of this one class that I filmed in one day way back in September 2019, and that has just been generating $100 plus of passive income every single day since then on. It's absolutely ridiculous if I say so myself. So that's three sources. The fourth one is that Skillshare have their own affiliate program. So, and essentially an affiliate program is that whenever someone signs up to something, if they sign up using a special referral link, then often the company will pay a little bit of a commission to the person who sent them through that link. So I have a Skillshare affiliate link that if anyone signs up to a free trial of Skillshare using that link, then I will make $10. And that Skillshare standard affiliate program, I think they change the rates depending on who you are, but I'm on $10 at the moment. And on the Monday, one person signed up for Skillshare using my affiliate link, so I made $10 off of that. That brings us on to the fifth revenue source, and that is other affiliate deals. So I've got a few different affiliate partnerships with different products that I like, or apps that I use, and I always declare those in videos and stuff. The biggest one for me is the paper-like screen protector for the iPad, which I've made a few videos about, and Epidemic Sound, which is a fantastic company that provides the royalty-free music for these videos on YouTube. And so if anytime someone buys the paper-like screen protector from my special link, or if someone signs up to Epidemic Sound using my special link, I'll make some affiliate revenue. I've got a few others, but they're quite small compared to those two, which are reasonably big. And so on Monday, I made $123.43 off of these affiliate partnerships. And the final source of affiliate income is the Amazon Associates affiliate program. Now, Amazon has the world's biggest affiliate program. Essentially, you can earn between like 1 and 10% commission on all purchases made on Amazon if someone went to that product using your affiliate link. And so when I send my email newsletters out every week, you can sign up, link below, and if I recommend a book, I will put an Amazon affiliate link there because, I might as well. Or in my monthly favorites videos, if I'm recommending like a pen, that's what I talked about in my latest video, this pen which I liked, I put an Amazon affiliate link to that pen, and if someone spends, £5 on Amazon using this link, I will make maybe 1% or 2% or 3%. And that sort of adds up if you have a very big audience, or if you have an audience that buys a lot of expensive stuff. So for example, if you're a photography, videography YouTuber like Peter McKinnon, you're probably making a load of money off Amazon affiliate links, because the sorts of stuff that people buy clicking on your links are expensive cameras and expensive lenses and stuff. Whereas the sort of stuff people buy clicking on my links are either books. I've recommended a few books in videos, and people buy the books, or a pen, or like a board game or something. So I don't make much of the Amazon affiliate links, but on Monday the 23rd, I made 20p off of the UK program and $10.49 off of the US program, for a total of $10.74 on Amazon from affiliate links. So my total active income for Monday was $172.42, and my total passive income for Monday, i.e. income that wasn't directly tied to me giving up my own time, at least not directly, was $313.90. So that gives you kind of a rough idea of what the breakdown is. Let's breeze through the other days, and I'll kind of expand on the bits that are relevant. So Tuesday the 24th of March, being a doctor, normal day shift, 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening, £138.24. AdSense, so on the Tuesday, I got 123,956 views, which was quite a lot more, like 30% more than I had the day before. But that was mostly through a video which got demonetized, and therefore I didn't make any money off of those. So actually, I got a little bit less AdSense revenue because it's only monetizable videos that you get revenue from. So I made £94.83 on that day from AdSense, which is still not bad. If you make $100 in a day just on people watching your videos, that's pretty reasonable. Then on Skillshare, I had 2,961 minutes watch time for a total of $162.86. There were 2 people that signed up to my Skillshare affiliate link, so that's $20. And then from my other affiliate partnerships, like the Paper-Like Screen Protector and Epidemic Sound, I made $118.69. And then Amazon Associates, I made absolutely nothing from people in the UK, and people in the US made me $8.15. And then there's another income source, and that is my online courses for medical applicants. So back when I was in medical school, I set up a company called 6Med, which runs classroom courses and question banks for medical school applicants, and that's been running since like 2013. That's its own company, and so I'm not going to talk about that as sort of my personal income, because there are so many kind of level, like...
I want to see if I find the other. Let me see something here. 1 second. I thought that was the one that I wanted to share, but I think Oh, how writing made me a millionaire. Was it this one? 1 second. Let me see.
In this video, we're talking about how starting a blog and putting myself out there on the internet has completely changed my life and how it can do the same for you. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ali. I'm a doctor based in Cambridge, and around 5 years ago, I made the plunge to putting myself out there and started my personal blog. So since basically my
I
first year
don't
of
think it's
university,
that one. Let me see if I can find the video where he talks about. Oh, right here.
hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing
I
some
think
tips
it's
to
this
learn
one, maybe.
Hey friends, welcome back to the
No,
channel. In
it's
this
not
video,
that
we're going to be
one.
breaking down the 15.
Let me see if I can find it. He made 4,790,000. There's one where he talked about and he
Hey
showed the
friends, welcome back to the
YouTube
channel. In this
revenue.
video, we're going to be breaking the 15.
Okay. Let me see if I can find that video. Oh well. I don't think I see it anywhere in here. Okay. Okay, well, that's okay. Let's go back to the one we were watching. Okay. I'll find it later and I'll probably do another live. Okay.
That's 15 cents. And then there's another income source, and that is my online courses for medical applicants. So back when I was in medical school, I set up a company called SixMed, which runs classroom courses and question banks for medical school applicants, and that's been running since like 2013. That's its own company, and so I'm not going to talk about that as sort of my personal income because there are so many kind of layers of stuff that happens to that money before any of it gets to me. So we're not going to include that in this video. But a couple of years ago, I made my own online video courses for the UCAT, the BMAT, and medical school interviews, which are things that people have to do to get into med school in the UK. And on Tuesday, the 24th of March, one person signed up to the UCAT crash course, and that made me £99. There's a few other people in this business, and there's a few other sort of. It's not that I personally took home £99, but I'm including that here because it's mostly my direct stuff. There's not too many other people in that business. So £99 from the UCAT crash course online, which is $123 or words to that effect. So overall, on Tuesday the 24th, my active income was $172.42, and my passive income was $551.79. Again, this is income that is not directly tied to my own time, for a total of $724.21 for Tuesday. Let's move on to Wednesday, normal working day, £138.24. YouTube AdSense wise, 96,042 views. Revenue dropped a little bit, so that's £90.52p. So you can see that my CPMs, which stands for cost per meal, which is the amount of money you get paid for 1,000 views, I make about £1 per 1,000 views. It kind of varies depending on what sort of content you make. So my tech videos have much higher CPMs, maybe £5 per 1,000 views. My book videos have practically nothing CPM wise, maybe like 10 pennies per 1,000 views. It all depends on who is advertising on those videos. And the sorts of companies that advertise on tech videos for an American audience are going to have more money to spend than the sorts of companies that advertise fantasy books for a global audience. And the CPM rates kind of vary depending on where the people are from. So India, CPM rates are very low, so I have a lot of Indian viewers, maybe like 10% of the audience. Unfortunately, they don't make me much money at all because there's not many companies advertising in India and paying lots of money for it. But the 25% or so of my American audience contributes a lot to the CPMs because lots of companies want to advertise to American viewers because American viewers tend to have, on average, more money to spend on products. So that's why the CPM rates vary. And then you get people like Graham Stephan who are making videos about real estate and about how to make money online. They're getting enormous CPMs because it's finance companies advertising on those videos, and they have more money than tech companies even. So that was $112.95 from YouTube AdSense. And then on Skillshare, I had 4,026 minutes of watch time for a grand total of $221.43. Nothing from Skillshare affiliates. And then the other affiliate partnerships, $164.21. And then off Amazon, I made £2.33 from the UK market and $2.12 from the American market for a total of $5.03 for a daily active income of $172.42 and passive income of $503.62 for a total of $676.04 for the Wednesday. Is this fun? Shall we keep going? So Thursday, I actually had a day off. So I'm going to assume that I made no money that day, active income-wise. In reality, I'd probably just divide my annual income by 365 days. But let's say I made no income because I physically didn't go to work. But even though I didn't physically go to work, I managed to film a lot of YouTube videos. And that was the day where I released one of my iPad Pro unboxing videos. And so that overall, on Thursday, the channel got 122,698 views for a total revenue of £166.09. As of Skillshare, we got 3,959 minutes of watch time. So it seems to be hovering around between 2,000 and 4,000 for a total of $217.75. I got 2 people signing up to my Skillshare affiliate link. Thank you very much, whoever you were, for $20. And I made $187.05 off the affiliate marketing. Amazon made $1.99 from the UK and actually lost 49 cents from the US. I think because someone cancelled or asked for a refund for their order, and therefore the money got docked off of me for the affiliate side of it. So overall, active income was nothing. Passive income was $634.05. All right, let's blitz through the rest. So Friday, it was a long day, 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. That was a 13-hour shift. So I made £199.68 off of that. 96,431 views on YouTube, made $150.73. 4,422 minutes of watch time on Skillshare, made $243.21. 3 people signed up to my Skillshare link, so $30 there. And then affiliate marketing, various links, $128.60. And then Amazon, nothing from the UK, but in the US, in a good day in the US, I made $17.68 from Amazon. And then 1 person signed up to the UK Crash Course Online for £99. So overall, active income, $249. Passive income, $694.02. Total, $943.07 total income. Now, on the weekend, it's slightly interesting because weekends are usually long day shifts. So starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, I get into work, and then I leave work at 9 o'clock in the evening. So that's a 13-hour shift. But because it's a weekend, I also make a little bit more because we get a bit of a bonus for working on the weekends. So in March, I worked 2 weekends, the first weekend and the last weekend of March. And so that £200 is divided amongst those 4 days of the weekend. So I'm assuming that each day of the weekend, I made an extra £50. So overall, on the Saturday, 28th of March, I made £249.68 from work. I got 158,479 views on YouTube. I just released the iPad review video, so that got some views. And also iPad videos tend to do well on the advertiser front. So that overall, I made $264.41 off of that. Then on Skillshare, 3,937 minutes of watch time, so $216.54. 2 people signing up to Skillshare via the affiliate link, $20 there. $182.05 off of the affiliate income. And then Amazon UK, £2.95, thank you. And Amazon US, $11.91 for a total of $15.60. And then 1 person signed up to the BMAT Crash Course Online, which is another course that I offer for £99 or $123, something like that. For a
I
total
think
of
this is
$311.48 of active income and 765.
let me see if we can watch this one. I think this is the one that I wanted to watch to begin with. It has the same title.
Right,
Yeah,
so
this
in
is
this
it
video, I'm going to break down all of the money that I've made in 2020. Firstly, from what used to be
right
a
here.
full-time job working as a Jew.
This is the one that I initially wanted to chat to watch, and take a look at how much money he's making just by uploading YouTube videos that are valuable to other people to watch. And because they're being watched a lot, then Google AdSense will pay YouTube, and YouTube pays, of course, the creator for those ads that you see at the beginning of each video. Okay, so look.
In the UK's National Health Service, but then I'll also talk about the various different sources of active and passive income in my life from being a YouTuber and the businesses surrounding that. A few caveats before we get started with this. So I am all about transparency and honesty when it comes to money. I think the fact that we as later, it was seeing other people being transparent about how much money they were making and crucially how they were making it that helped me get started on this path. Now, doing a video like this is always going to have its drawbacks. There's kind of two sets of drawbacks. One drawback is for me, because if I talk about how much money I make, I run the risk of looking like a twat. The other drawback is that 2020 has been a difficult year for a lot of people. And so my concern is that if I post a video like this, which some people will interpret as, look at me, look how much money I'm making, that when we're in the middle of a global pandemic, when tons of people have lost their jobs and have been struggling financially, feels like it would be in poor taste. And I really wasn't sure whether to post this video or not. But I did a poll on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, and in all three of those polls, around about 85% of people said that I should post a video, and only about 15% said I shouldn't post it. And to be honest, there was one kind of category of comment that really summed it up. It was that, this sort of video helps and inspires and benefits and educates some people in the world. There are going to be some people who watch a video like this and feel bad about it, but no one is forcing you to watch this video. I trust that you have the self-awareness that if you've been struggling through the pandemic, you probably don't want to watch this video. If you know that looking at someone else's salary and seeing how much money they make is likely to cause you to feel bad, for whatever reason, please don't watch this video. Please consider this your trigger warning up front. The example I like to think of is that I personally don't like watching horror films. I think they're boring, and I think no one cares, and I don't understand why people watch horror films because they're just not fun. But I have a choice about whether I want to watch a horror film or not. I would not complain that, why is Netflix still making horror films? Just because I don't want to watch them. Secondly, it's worth addressing why I'm making a video like this. Now, there's two main reasons for it. Number one is because this sort of stuff gets a lot of views. Now, being a YouTuber whose YouTube career is built off of essentially getting views, which is the case for every single YouTuber, we all are doing whatever we can to get views. And I'm open and transparent about money, and I know that this is a topic that's likely to get views because other people are intrigued by this thing. So, having owned up to that up front, hopefully you as the audience won't hold it against me that I'm making a video like this to get views, because that's literally how the game works. Hate the player, don't hate the game. That's not other way around, but whatever. The second reason for making this video is more altruistic. I made a similar video in May of 2020 where I broke down how much money I was making as a doctor and from different sources of passive income in a random week in March. And off the back of that video, I got a lot of views, which was nice. But more importantly, lots and lots of people messaged me on Instagram, Twitter, email, YouTube, whatever, saying that that video inspired them to start their own entrepreneurial or creative journeys. And I personally know at least a dozen people who have started YouTube channels and started making online courses off the back of that video where I showed how much money I was making passively through the stuff that I've been doing over the years. So my hope in making a video like this is that it'll inspire some of you guys to start your own creative / entrepreneurial journeys, / to take it more seriously, because you can see kind of what is possible if you seriously pursue trying to make a living on the internet. The final caveat that I'll say before diving into this video, it's going to be a long series of caveats, but it's important. The final caveat is that this takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of time to get right. I have been working on making money on the internet since the age of 12. I am now 26, so for the last 14 years, I've been spending a large amount of my free time trying to do various things on the internet to make money online. When I was in school, I taught myself how to code, and every year, me and my friends would try and come up with a new business idea and build a website around it, and every single year, all those things failed. And on top of that, I started working as a freelance graphic designer and web designer, and making like a few tens of dollars like here and there from hours and hours and hours of my own time, helping other people build their websites. Now, for about 7 years, none of this stuff really made any real money. But when I was 19 and I was in my second year of med school, I built a business. And that was the first thing that I've done that ever succeeded. And it succeeded really well. But I think a big part of why it succeeded, firstly, was luck. Secondly, was lots of unfair advantages that I had. But thirdly, it was the fact that I had been trying to do this business thing for a solid 7 years before then. So none of this is an overnight success. This business was successful for several years, and then in 2017, in my 5th year of medical school, I started my YouTube channel. And again, that was a long and hard slog. It took me 52 videos to hit my first 1,000 subscribers. I did not make any money in basically the first year of putting out two YouTube videos every single week for a whole year. And on YouTube, for the last 3.5 years, I've been...
Listen to a consistency and the requirement of discipline that you need in order to be successful as a YouTuber is important to follow through. In other words, make sure that you don't get discouraged by not seeing views or likes or comments in your first 100 videos. You shouldn't be worrying about that. What I want you to focus on is choosing a topic or topics that are of a high interest for you, so that you can speak with authority, you can have confidence, and you can also provide a lot of value to the viewers. And eventually you'll start building audience that are participating in your videos. They're liking it, they're sharing it, they're commenting, they're asking questions, and you're building a community of fans and potential clients that will eventually either buy something from you or just watch videos from you every time you upload, and they can't wait for you to upload the next video or go on a live stream like this one. So just when you are starting out as a YouTuber, remember that your whole goal is to provide value, and it should stay like that forever. Okay, regardless of how much views you eventually get, if you become a viral YouTuber, you should always continue to provide value to the community, because at the end of the day, people recognize that, okay, that you're either providing value or you're not. Okay, so that's the most important thing. So just be consistent and have discipline of uploading either 2 YouTube videos per week like he did for an entire year, or upload a video a day, which I think you can do, right? That's what we are doing here in our YouTube channel at Master Investor. We're growing very fast. Okay, we're uploading at least 1 video per day.
You've been publishing 2 videos a week on average every single week without taking a break at all. I think there was 1 week, I think like Christmas of 2018, where I took a break from publishing for a week. So why am I saying all this stuff? Normally, I don't like talking about this stuff because there are so many different factors that go into something being successful. Luck plays a big part of it, and I've been really lucky. And lots of unfair advantages and privileges are another part of it. But I was talking to some friends of mine, and they said that sometimes, if you're just watching my videos, you don't see the behind the scenes of what is going on. And I might give the impression that actually all of this stuff is really easy. I don't like talking about this because actually it was just fun for me, and it was a lot of work, but I considered it fun. And when you consider it fun, it doesn't really feel like work. But I do not want anyone to walk away from this video thinking that getting rich on the internet is like an overnight success thing. This has taken me literally 14 years, this is 14 years of work, kind of getting home from school, getting home from uni, getting home from work, and putting in hours and hours and hours into improving things like design, coding, editing, filming, all this stuff that has led to this point. So please don't think this is an overnight success story. There is no such thing as an overnight success. It always takes work, and that is going to be a point that I'm going to keep on returning to throughout this video. That if you seriously want to get to this level, or even more, or even less, of making money online, you have to put in large amounts of work over a very long period of time. But the good news is that all this is really, really fun, so it won't feel like work, hopefully. Alright, with all of that caveating and virtue signaling out of the way, let's now break down all the various sources of income in my life, starting with my salary of being a junior doctor. So, I graduated from medical school in July of 2018, and I was working full-time as a doctor in the UK's National Health Service from August of 2018 through to August of 2020, and now, as of December 2020, I've been unemployed for 4 months, in that I've taken a 1-year break from full-time medicine so that I could do this internet stuff. I was intending to travel the world, but then the pandemic happened, and so I'm stuck sitting at home in Cambridge making silly internet videos like this one. Anyway, breaking the numbers down from how much I earned this year, I worked full-time as a doctor from January through to the end of July 2020, and so that was 7 months worth of work. And in those 7 months, I earned around about £22,100. I was working as a senior house officer on obstetrics and gynecology, and my average working hours were 46 hours a week on average. Some weeks was more, some weeks was a bit less, but it averaged out to about 46 hours. So if we take that £22,100 and divide it by the 1,288 hours that I spent at work this year, that comes out to an hourly rate of £17 an hour. But if we take commuting into account, I had to drive an hour and back to get to work every single day, and so overall, 10 hours per week of commuting means that it was 280 hours of commuting over the 7 months, and so my total hours kind of getting to work and working were 1,568 hours. And if we calculate the real hourly rate, it ends up being around about £14 an hour. This is before tax, this is before like the petrol cost of going to work back and forth, but around about £14 an hour. This is fine. This is reasonable. It's a very reasonable living to make £14 an hour from working full-time as a junior doctor, and as you know, in the UK, as you get more and more senior, your pay increases a little bit. And to be honest, working as a doctor is quite fun, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the commute because I can listen to audiobooks and podcasts, and none of this really felt like any kind of hardship. Now, a few reflections on this point. In the UK, it is very popular for doctors to complain that they don't earn enough money. And yes, if you compare our salaries, if you compare my salary as a doctor to my friends who are the same age, who went to the same university, who studied things like maths they're making in the region of, I don't know, £150,000 a year, sometimes even £200,000 a year, sometimes £100,000 a year. Those are the sorts of salaries that you get to in the UK when you have been a fully qualified consultant for many, many, many years, and if you're doing a little bit of private practice. Like the standard salary for a consultant, i.e. a fully qualified doctor who's about age 35 in the UK, is about £100,000. And friends of mine who are like 2 years out of university studying law or economics are making that basically from day one. And so when we compare our salaries to that of our friends, it seems like it's very low, but objectively, doctors are still in the top 20% of earners in the UK, and so it's nothing really to scoff at. I do not want to give the impression in this video or any other time that working as a doctor is like really, really, really hard and like, you know, we're making a sacrifice, because we actually do get paid very reasonably for working as a doctor. Now, the reason I am not personally a huge fan of kind of the full-time medicine thing is usually it leads to reliance on a single source of income. And I think in general, when you're reliant on one thing for like a big chunk of your life or your lifestyle, that is potentially a little bit problematic. At least that's how I see it. And there's a question that I always like to ask doctors when I would hang out with them, being like, hey, if you won the lottery, would you still continue to do medicine? And every time I've asked this question, about half of the people say they would leave medicine completely. In fact, one dude even said he would leave in the middle of the operation. And the other half of people say that, yeah, I'd still do medicine because it's fun, but I would go part-time. And the next question, when I ask, why don't you go part-time now? It's always related to do with money. It's always something like, I've got a mortgage, or I've got bills, or I've got to send the kids to private school, or whatever. And so I've been asking this question to doctors since I was in my first year of med school. And that response made me realize that for me personally, I'm not saying this is true for everyone, but for me personally, I don't want to be in a position where I am doing a job full-time and I feel like I have no other options because of the money situation. So ever since my first year of med school, well, and actually from the age of 12 before then, I've been trying to make money online. But when I started asking this question, that was when I really started taking it seriously, because I knew I wanted to get to this point of financial independence. That's not to say that I don't want to be a doctor, because I do. I just want to work as a doctor part-time rather than full-time. I think working 3 days a week as a doctor would be really fun. But working 5 days or 6 days or 7 days a week as a doctor, as fun as the job is, I feel like doing anything for that long runs the risk of burnout and stress and all these different 1,000 hours of watch time on YouTube, which takes a while to get, for example, making money. The next big source of income in my life and in the life of most YouTubers is Google AdSense, which is basically those 5-second ads that you see on YouTube videos before the video, and sometimes even those little like auction banner ads that you see underneath the video. If you want to get started doing this, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time on YouTube, which takes a while to get. For example, for me, it took me 52 videos and 6 months to hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you're thinking of getting started on YouTube, then it takes a lot of videos. Let's talk about the numbers now. So in 2017, I was doing YouTube for 6 months. I made 59 videos and I had 1,600 subscribers by the end of 2017. In total, I made a revenue of £1.76 in 2017. Basically made zero money on YouTube. Then in April of 2018, I turned on the monetization button on my channel because I could and because I knew it was going to make some kind of money. And that year, I made 88 videos in 2018, so on average 1.5 videos a week, to make a total of 147 published videos and approximately around 120,000 subscribers. Now this was pretty rapid growth. It's about, I think, 3 times faster than the average person takes to hit 100,000 subscribers. And in 2018...
Okay, so listen to that. 2017, he had 59 videos, 1,600 subscribers, and he made zero passive income from Google AdSense. In 2018, he had 88 videos, 120,000 subscribers, and he went to be making 12,000 per month, I believe that is, or maybe.
So not quite enough to sustain a full-time living, but coming pretty close to it. And like with all things, you know, these are on an exponential.
Is that per month? Let me see.
This was pretty rapid growth. It's about, I think, the button on my channel because I could and because I knew it was going to make some kind of money. And that year, I made 88 videos.
Okay.
2018, so on average 1.5 videos a week, to make a total of 147 published
That's
videos.
per year.
And approximately around 120,000 subscribers. This was pretty rapid growth. It's about, I think, 3 times faster than the average person takes to hit 100,000 subscribers. And in 2018, the channel made a total AdSense revenue of £12,329.67. So not quite enough to sustain a full-time living, but coming pretty close to it. And like with all things, you know, these are on an exponential compounding curve. In in that the more effort and time you put into it, the more likely you are to succeed over the long term. In 2019, I was a bit of a slacker. I only made 62 videos, which was on average 1 point something a week, bringing us to a total of 209 videos. And at the end of 2019, I had around 450,000 subscribers. And that year, I made an AdSense revenue of £33,186.14p. So almost matching what I was earning as a junior doctor working in the UK. 33,000, definitely a full-time living if you're a YouTuber living in the UK. That was in 2019. In 2020, things have been really taking off and things have become particularly insane. So far this year, I've published 98 videos, giving us a total of 307 videos, and I've got just under 1.3 million subscribers as of the time of this recording. This is the 15th of December, and so far my videos have got 57 million views in 2020, and I've made £100,695.12p off of Google AdSense, i.e. those 5-second ads on YouTube so far, and we've still got about 2 weeks left to December, so that might increase it a little bit. This is absolutely insane. This is like an absolute ton of money to be making.
So
this is how much.
that right there, 98 videos in 2020, 1.3 million subscribers, and made 100,000 pounds, which is a little more than 100,000. I think it's about the same nowadays. Okay, so it's around 100,000 per year on 98 videos. That is pretty awesome numbers right there on passive income, and that can only grow, okay, because the more videos and the more value he provides to the marketplace, just like I'm doing right here, or like you will be doing hopefully once you get started with your YouTube channel and take massive action. It's not something that is impossible. It's very possible. In fact, you just need to upload those videos onto your YouTube channel and watch it grow, okay, and provide value. And at the same time, you're learning how to communicate through a camera. You're learning how to speak better, and you're going to acquire more skills as you grow throughout this journey. So it's a win-win for everybody.
There's 5-second ads on YouTube so far, and we've still got about 2 weeks left to December, so that might increase it a little bit. This is absolutely insane. This is like an absolute ton of money to be making, and this is how much, kind of to compare it to a doctor, a consultant working full-time who is anywhere between the age of like 35 and like 65 would be making working in the National Health Service. Let's reflect a little bit on this. So, like every good thing in life, the progress is slow, but if you keep at it consistently over a very long period of time, then things will hopefully start to compound. Like I said, it took me 52 videos to get my first 1,000 subscribers. So if you have started YouTube and you have not yet made 52 videos and you're complaining that you're not yet on 1,000 subscribers, then that's how long it took for me. And actually, mine was twice as fast as the average number of people who do YouTube. In fact, let me get back to the slide. Let's put this number into context as well. So I recently finished my first cohort of a live online course called Part-Time YouTuber Academy, and this is a series of slides that we showed people asking the question, how many videos do you need to make to succeed on YouTube? And this is data that comes from TubeBuddy, which is a YouTube Chrome extension thing, and they've analyzed data from millions of channels that they've got access to. So have a think about this. Like, what do you think is the average number of videos that it takes for a YouTube channel to hit 1 million subscribers? Like, genuinely, have a think about it and just come up with a number in your head. The answer is 3,873 videos. What do you think is the average number of videos it takes to hit 100k to 1 million subscribers? Well, TubeBuddy tells us the average number is 1,171 videos. The average channel, which is 10k to 100k subscribers, has 418 videos, and the average channel with 1k to 10k subscribers has 152 videos. 152 videos is the average channel that's between 1k and 10k subscribers. These are the numbers for my channel. So it took me 52 videos to hit 1,000 subscribers, and then 91 to hit 10,000. It took me 92 videos at 10,000, and then 143 videos to hit 100k, 287 videos to hit 1 million, and now we've got like 310, 315, something like that, videos on the channel, and things are growing. So if you compare these numbers with the average, my channel grew twice as fast initially as the average, and is now at the point where it's growing 10 times faster than the average, because like everything, things compound over time. So hopefully this gives you an idea, about what it takes on average to get started on YouTube and to achieve kind of this level of numerical success. So if you look at my numbers, they're a lot above average, but it's still quite a large number of videos to get to this point. Now, another thing that we teach on the course, the Part-Time YouTuber Academy, is the 3 factors factors that it takes to get success on YouTube, although this applies to everything in life, which is that success equals work multiplied by luck multiplied by unfair advantages. Work in the context of YouTube means consistently putting out tons and tons of content. I've been doing it on average twice a week for the last 3.5 years. If I'd done it 3 times a week, we probably would have grown faster. If I'd done it once a week, we probably would have grown slower. But it does take a consistent level of work. And it's not just about pumping out content, it's about pumping out content and trying to make it as useful as possible. So that involves doing lots of research, figuring out what the audience wants, trying to teach myself lots of different things, trying to present it in like a way that makes sense, trying to get the production value, spending tens of thousands of pounds on camera equipment, spending more than tens of thousands of pounds on like growth coaching and analytics and other people to help consult on the channel and figure out how to make it grow. It involves spending hours and hours and hours watching tons of tutorials about how to edit videos because I knew absolutely nothing about editing before I got started. And later this year, it's involved hiring a team. So now we have 2 full-timers and me and a part-time assistant working to keep this channel running. This is quite a lot of work. It also involves getting home from work each day, hard shift, working as a doctor, #saving lives, whatever you want to call it, and sitting on this desk in front of the computer for like 6 hours every evening, making more videos, writing more videos, even doing some editing now, filming videos, like all of these different things. This is quite a lot of work. If we're asking, is it worth it? The answer is absolutely yes, for me, because I enjoy this stuff. It really doesn't feel like work. And there's a great quote from Naval Ravikant, which is that you want to find something that looks like work to others, but it feels like play to you. And all of this stuff, most of the time, around about 80% of the time, feels more like play to me than it feels like work. And to be honest, if I wasn't enjoying myself, this wouldn't have been worth it. Like, I just wouldn't have been able to keep up this level of consistency and this level of output if I wasn't already having fun along the way. And one thing that I always like to keep in mind is this quote from Brandon Sanderson's book, The Stormlight Archive, which is journey before destination. Like, the journey is more important than the destination. And if you can enjoy the journey along the way, then everything in life becomes fantastic because you're having loads of fun doing the thing. And then if you're doing it for long enough and consistently enough and stacking up all the different unfair advantages, then you might even succeed on the numerical level if that is what you care about. Let's talk about luck now. So luck is obviously important. I got lucky. I was in the right place at the right time. And the way the YouTube algorithm works is sometimes your video is going to take off and sometimes it's not. And you can never really control this. You just have to put your best into every video and you hope the algorithm gods will reward you by making a video go viral. But the way I think of it is that there are different types of luck. There is the sheer dumb luck that comes from buying a single lottery ticket and winning it. That is just pure luck. No one could control that. But then there's another sort of luck, which is the sort of luck you get when you put lots of work into something. Like, for example, let's say you, watching this, you were to make it your life's mission that anytime you go out on the streets, when it's not a pandemic, or even when it is, anytime you go out on the streets, you would make it a point to say hello and have a 30-second conversation with every single person that you meet. Then, maybe after a few weeks or months of doing this, maybe you meet someone who happens to be an investor and wants to invest in your company, or you meet someone who happens to end up being your spouse, or whatever. People might look at that and say, well, you got lucky because you stumbled into the right person at the right time. But in a way, you did make your own luck by just doing this thing a lot of times, and most of those didn't lead to anything, but some of them would. And it's kind of the same when it comes to creating videos on YouTube or building businesses or making content online or writing or anything like this. Like, the more stuff you put out into the world, the more you increase your surface area for lucky events to happen to you. And there's a nice quote from Gary Vaynerchuk, which is that it just takes one piece of content to change your life. You just never know which one that's going to be. And so the solution, Gary says, and I agree, is to just keep on pumping out the content and not worrying about the numbers, just trying to make it as good as it can be while having fun along the way. And eventually, you'll hit your lucky break. Basically, every YouTuber that I know, including me, is like, most of our videos get like a baseline level of views, which is on average 20% of your subscriber count. But then very occasionally, you will have a video that goes viral somehow, for whatever reason, and then that will bring in loads more people to your channel. So for me, earlier this year, it was the video where I just said, I type really fast. That's got like 3.5 million views already. That has been a huge boost to the channel. But most of the other sort of 100 videos we published this year haven't done particularly well in terms of the numbers. But you just have to put out tons and tons and tons of videos, keep making them as good as they can be, and eventually you'll get a lucky break. Thirdly, let's talk about unfair advantages. That's the third component of what makes things successful. And this is pretty common in like the business and startup world. It's like, if you have an idea for a startup, why you? Like, why are you the best placed person to do that particular startup, or reasonably well placed enough to make that startup succeed? And it's the same with YouTube, to be honest. It's like, what are your unfair advantages? What do you bring to the table that others don't?
Right, very important. So bring value to the table, be more generous, under promise, over deliver, and focus on pumping in content into the platforms. You never know which one is the video that's going to bring a lot of subscribers, which one's going to get the millions of views. You just have to continue being an authority to the world, and you need to be seen the way you want to be seen. So if you want to be a businessman, an entrepreneur, an investor, then you want to be talking about business, success, entrepreneurship, money, and so forth. So focus in the things that you're passionate about, and as much live through your purpose in life, and choose something that feels like work to others but play to you. Okay, so what makes you happy, right? I love this stuff. I love recording. I love streaming. To me, this feels like I'm playing. Literally, I'm learning with you, and also I'm helping you become a better version of yourself. So it's important that we tap into the things that we are great at, and we can build upon those things more and more value, so that we can pour into others, and then we are becoming an authority in the marketplace for people to go to and buy and subscribe, or you know get one of our memberships, or whatever we're selling as a solution to help humanity. All right, so let's continue watching this video. It's great.
You don't really need unfair advantages to start YouTube, and in fact, it shouldn't be a barrier. But if you want to stack the deck in your favor, like I've tried to do for myself and for the people that I help coach in my YouTuber Academy, if you want to stack the deck in your favor, you want to work with your unfair advantages. And so with me, for example, my unfair advantages, other than the huge amounts of privilege I've had in my life, was that I was a medical student, and I was a medical student at Cambridge University, and I could trade off of the brand name of those two things. And so the first videos I started to make were not random videos about productivity. They were videos aimed exclusively at people applying to medical school at Cambridge, because I knew I could help them. I knew I could add value to those people. Then I started making interview tips for medical students. I knew a thing or two about interviews. I interviewed like 15 of my friends, and we all gave lots of interview tips, which people seemed to find useful to help them get into med school. Then I started making vlogs about life as a medical student at Cambridge. And again, appealing to that very specific, tiny subset of people who were looking to apply to study medicine at Cambridge. This is a tiny, tiny, tiny niche audience, but I was very well placed because I had the unfair advantage that I was in this position, so I could appeal to that particular audience. If I had tried instead to make guitar tutorials, despite being really terrible at guitar, that wouldn't be an unfair advantage. It would be a little bit pointless. I've got friends who've been playing piano for like 15 years. That's an unfair advantage. It's really hard for someone else to compete with you if you've been playing piano for 15 years and you're absolutely sick. So if they were to make piano tutorials, then that would be their unfair advantage. So firstly, I had the medical student and the Cambridge medical student thing going to me. Secondly, my unfair advantage was that I'd been doing this graphic and web design stuff since the age of 12. And so when I started my YouTube channel at the age of like 23, I had 11 years worth of experience making stuff look pretty. And so hopefully things looked reasonably aesthetic straight off the bat. And I had that eye for design, which had developed over 11 years, which was a huge unfair advantage compared to other people who might not have done that. And finally, at that point, I had a successful business that I'd been running for 4 years at that point. And so I could use the money that the business generated to buy fancy camera equipment and lights and microphones and stuff, and get the production value right from day one. So again, another complete unfair advantage. And I'm being honest about this because, I don't want to pretend that, as long as you just work hard, you will succeed, because that's a total myth. You do have to work hard. I hate the phrase work hard because it implies, this is not like coal mining. It's not like, something that's actually hard. Like working night shifts as a doctor.
It's just being
Sitting
consistency.
in front of a computer and making videos. So I really hate the phrase hard work, but,
It's not
you have
hard
to put in
work.
the work.
It's just
But also
building an
there's
asset
other unfair advantages.
or
So
acquiring an
those are the three
asset.
factors that I think have contributed to my YouTube channel growing faster than similar sized channels would normally grow. And so if you're thinking of getting started on this journey and you want to get started on YouTube, my advice would be follow this 3-step formula. Make useful videos, publish them once or twice a week, and do this for 2 years. If you can follow those 3 things, I guarantee 100% that your life will completely change. I can't put any numbers on it because there's a dozen different factors that go into the numerical success on YouTube, not the least being lucky breaks in the algorithm. But I can 100% guarantee that if you right now, you decide you want to start a YouTube channel, you make useful videos, i.e. videos that at least one other person finds useful, you publish them.
So make useful videos. Number 2, publish them every week, or at least 2 videos a week. And number 3, do it for 2 years, consistency.
Twice a week. And 2 years from now, you're going to send me a thank you email saying,
Yeah, like I said, it is. I mean, if it's something that you are willing to do, because you're going to receive passive income, you gotta learn how to build and acquire the asset. You can pay people to, help you edit the videos if you don't want to put those hours in, or you can, learn how to do that at the beginning. But the 3 steps that he's telling us to do here is: number one, make your videos useful, right? Make sure that they are solving a problem. So what types of problems are you passionate about solving? Make sure that they're useful for the viewer. And number two, publish them every week. Number three, do that consistently over 2 year period of time, and he says your life will change completely because you're going to have $100,000 on passive income per year.
your video talking about how much money you made, and it
Again, results vary because we're all different. We all have different things to talk about, and so it all depends. But your life will change. That's what he's saying. That's his formula. He's actually proven to have done that. So it's somebody that we can listen to and say, okay, we're gonna take that and apply it into our lives. So that's knowledge. Is the information that we're receiving and being able to turn that into knowledge by applying it in our current lives.
to start a YouTube channel, and I've kept at it consistently every week for the last 2 years, and now my life is completely different. Thank you so much. You're going to send me that email. Most of you watching this, you're not going to do it because, well, A, maybe you don't want to start a YouTube channel, which is fine. But if you do, most people don't stick with it for 2 years. You've just got to do it for a long time. It's just how it works. Now I've got a phone call, so I'm going to see you back in just a moment. All right, we're back. I've had dinner, I've done a live stream, and here we are again at 10:20 p.m. Anyway, let's now talk about the other different sources of monetization for the channel and the business. And to be honest, all of these ones that we're now going to talk about are related directly to the fact that I've been pumping out 2 videos a week on YouTube for the last 3.5 years. And the more you kind of do that, the more you and then unlock these other different avenues for monetization, and the more those two compound over time. So one of the perks of putting out content regularly, that's hopefully useful, is that over time you build an audience of people who know, like, and trust you. Now that means that if I am promoting a product, like, I don't know, the Paperlike screen protector for the iPad Pro, or the IQ Unix F96 keyboard, or like the analog to-do list from Ugmonk, or like a speaker or a pen or whatever, anytime I'm promoting something, people, the audience, theoretically are more likely to listen to that recommendation because hopefully I've built up this bank of goodwill and this bank of people who know, like, and trust me, and therefore a recommendation from me seems and is more sincere than a random recommendation from a random website. And so for my channel and my business, affiliate income makes up a reasonably hefty chunk of it. Now, affiliate income is when, for example, if you want to buy the Paperlike screen protector, you go to paperlike.com/LA, and if you buy it using that particular link, then I will get a certain percentage kickback on the sale of that product. If you check out my affiliate link for this keyboard, I will get a certain kickback. And this all starts off very small. Like at the start, when you don't have much of an audience and you use an Amazon affiliate link, you'll make maybe 1 penny or 2 pennies. But when you have a large audience and you start kind of getting affiliate links for products that cost more than just a few pounds, and this costs a few hundred, this costs like 30 euros, this stuff really starts to add up over time. So for me, I've got affiliate partnerships with lots of different companies, and there are 5 in particular that are particularly successful. Number 1 is Paperlike. Number 2 is IQ Unix. Number 3 is Epidemic Sound, the guys who I use to get my music for these YouTube videos. Number 4 is Amazon, because Amazon has the world's largest affiliate program. And number 5 is actually an online course called Building a Second Brain that's run by my friend Tiago Forte, which I promoted through an affiliate link earlier this year when I was an alumni mentor for the course. Now, I'm not going to break down how much of this comes from each of these different sources because that would probably be a bit unfair on these companies, but between these 5 different affiliate partnerships, in total, in 2020, I've made £132,471. This is not bad at all. This is a hell of a lot of money. That's over £10,000 a month, so over $13,000 a month, just from occasionally plugging like this thing or this keyboard. I mean, like, I've made 1 video about this keyboard. I have not even made a video about the screen protector this year. I have never made a video about Epidemic Sound. I made 2 videos about building a second brain, and I've never once made a video specifically plugging an Amazon product. But because I use these things on a daily basis and people see that I use these things, and I have links in my video description that have links to these things, it just means that over time, as you have a very big audience, then this this affiliate income really starts to add up. Bear in mind that this does take ages to get started. So for example, in my first year on YouTube, I made absolutely nothing from affiliates. In my second year of YouTube, I made a few £1,000s from affiliates, and it's only in my third year and beyond on YouTube that this affiliate income has actually started to get to be an interesting large number. How do you get started? If you want to build affiliate income, well, it's the same thing, the same three-step process that I discussed before.
And again, I want to add that affiliate marketing can come from not just YouTube. You can actually pay ads or do ads. You don't need to pay it with your own capital. You can set up your ad account on Facebook and promote an affiliate opportunity that doesn't require you to put your face on the ad. The sales page is already done for you. The capture page is also given to you by the company. And if it's a high converting landing page and they do the job to sell the customer, then you can send thousands of people per day. And before that month ends, you have made already, thousands of dollars on passive income for each sale, where now you can grab a percentage of that and pay the advertisement cost. So it didn't come from your own pocket. You just set it up through Facebook ads because they allow you to do advertisement and pay at the end of the month. So you can start with no money today. You just need an email address and you need to go to one of the websites that I gave you on our website, masterinvestor.education. Go to investor and find an affiliate opportunity that appeals you and build an ad campaign for that particular opportunity. Or maybe you want to do 3 different products and start driving targeted traffic, which means people that are interested in buying that product because they have that problem and you have the solution. So with Facebook ads, it's very easy to pinpoint who are those people because of their behavior, what they like on Facebook, the groups that they are involved in, and other factors that you will be able to select while you're creating your ad campaign. So there are no excuses for you to get started today and start building passive income. So you can actually make 100% commissions or 85% commissions directly straight to your account if you build your own digital course, you write your own ebook, and you put it up on your own website, or you start creating ads for other companies for their products that they have an affiliate program with. So you can actually build passive income very quickly this year, right now, today, within the first week, within the first 48 hours. You just need to take massive action.
Create useful content, put it out once or twice a week, do this for 2 years. If you do those 3 steps, I guarantee you will have an audience of people that know, like, and trust you. And then you can start plugging your affiliate wares and you'll start making reasonable amounts of money from those, hopefully. If you want to get started with affiliate programs, the easiest one to sign up for is Amazon Associates. Basically, anyone can sign up for this, and then you get like 2 or 3% commission on every sale that someone makes on Amazon using your link, which is quite nice. Let's now talk sponsorships. Now, I got my very first sponsorship or brand deal, which is like, feels like the holy grail for YouTubers. I got my very first one in July 2018, which was a whole 1 year after I started producing videos on YouTube. And at that point, I had 120 videos and 50,000 subscribers. Again, this is a very long game. Occasionally, I get emails from, YouTubers starting out saying, hey, how do I get my first brand deal? And my answer is always like, look, first make 120 videos and then worry about getting your first brand deal, because this is all a long game. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So for me, in 2017, I made absolutely nothing from sponsors. In fact, overall, in 2017, I lost a few £1,000s because I was buying camera gear and stuff. In 2018, I made £5,700 from sponsors. It was meant to be an extra £3,000, but I did 3 brand deals for £1,000 each, and the influencer marketing middleman company that gave me those 3 brand deals actually went out of business, and I got a letter in the post saying they were in liquidation, and so I never got any of that money. So 5,700 in 2018. 2019 was pretty good. In 2019, I made £31,000 from sponsorships. £31,000 is a reasonable full-time salary, but as I'm going to keep coming back to, it took 2.5 years of making 2 videos every week to get to the point where I was making a full-time salary off of brand deals on YouTube. How do you get started with doing the same thing? Well, again, as usual, just create valuable content or useful content, put it out once or twice a week, and do it for 2 years. And then you'll get the sponsorship deals rolling in. You won't even have to worry about it. 2020 has been a particularly interesting year because I joined an agency called Standard towards the end of 2019. Now, this agency, Standard, is amazing. It represents about 100 different educational-ish creators, and Thomas Frank actually introduced me to the agency when we first had a chat. And other people part of this agency are my friends Simon Clark and Rohin, Medlife Crisis, and Legal Eagle, and Window Productions, and all these, there's a lot of cool people in this agency, and it's been really nice to be part of. But the cool thing about being part of an agency, and when you're starting out on YouTube, you really don't have to worry about this, but like 3.5 years in now, when you're part of an agency, Standard is amazing because they just source sponsorships and brand deals, and we work with basically the same brands, but they've got enough of a budget, and the videos and the advertising spots perform well enough that, at least for my channel, they keep on coming back and want to sponsor more and more videos, which is fantastic. And so now I work with like a very small number of brands, but fairly regularly, like Notion and Skillshare, Brilliant, Curiosity Stream, and there's probably a few more that I'm forgetting. But yeah, there's like very few brands, and it's just kind of week after week that we get the sponsorship deals from them. Now, I can't tell you how much money I've made specifically from sponsorships because I'm still working with them and it's against the terms of my contract or something like that. It probably is. I haven't really read it that carefully. But I can give you some rough numbers based on public domain information. So if we look at the website Grapevine Logic, they have a blog post where they explain that if you're a YouTuber, if you're deciding how much to charge for a brand deal, usually you go between $20 and $30 CPM. CPM means cost per meal or cost per 1,000 views. And so at the lower end, a YouTuber would theoretically charge $20 per 1,000 views, and at the higher end, you theoretically charge around $30 for 1,000 views. How many views does the average YouTuber get? Well, if you look at a lot of different sources online, they would say that the average YouTube channel can expect to get about 20% of their subscriber count in views for each video on average. And so if you have 100,000 subscribers, you can expect-ish to get 20,000 views per video. 500,000 subscribers, you get 100,000 views per video. My average subscriber count this year has been around about 800,000 subscribers. So if we use this 20% calculation, that means theoretically, on average, my videos are getting 160,000 views. And if we apply the $20 to $30 CPM range, that means for each sponsored video, I would make $3,200 to $4,800 again, if we're using this broad general data. If you look back at my channel, I've been doing sponsored videos most weeks this year. And so let's say 90% of the 52 weeks in 2020, I was doing a sponsored video. That means I have 46 sponsored videos this year. And overall, based on these numbers, that means my channel revenue from sponsored videos is somewhere between $147,200 and $220,800. So somewhere in that ballpark range. Let's call it $180,000 as like a bang in the middle ballpark figure. My actual numbers are different to that in certain ways, but again, I'm not going to disclose those. I'm just giving you this rough ballpark figure so we can use that moving forward based on this public domain data. What does this mean if you're a beginner YouTuber? Well, what this means is that because this is a 10 to sort of $20 to $30 CPM per 1,000 views, basically don't worry about brand deals until you've been making content once or twice a week for 2 years. Because once you've done that, then you'll have enough views on your stuff, and you'll hopefully have built an audience of people who know, like, and trust you, so that when you plug Squarespace or Skillshare or Audible or Curiosity Stream, Nebula, Brilliant or whatever, those recommendations will be taken seriously by your audience. So if we use $180,000 as a ballpark estimate, convert that to pounds, which is £136,000, that means the cumulative total is now 22k plus 100k plus 132k from affiliates plus 136k from sponsors, which leads us to £390,000 in overall revenue so far in 2020. Let's now talk about the two biggest sources of revenue on the channel, and yes, again, these are both associated with just the fact that I've been pumping out 2 videos a week for the last 3.5 years, and like all these things, they compound exponentially over time. And so if you're a beginner, then maybe this is a place you can get to at some point, but you can't get here unless you put in the work of just pumping out video after video after video relentlessly for a solid 3.5 years. And let's start with Skillshare, which is a fantastic way of making money when you have a big audience. Because what is Skillshare? Skillshare, if you haven't heard, is an online platform it's sort of like Netflix for online courses, and they sponsor some of my videos. They sponsored one like last week, I think. So you as the user, you sign up to pay $10 a month or something, and then depending on how many videos you watch and how much watch time you clock in on Skillshare classes, the people who created those classes, the teachers, they get paid kind of like with Spotify streaming royalties. So for example, on Skillshare, it kind of varies depending on kind of what the different economics are, but each month you can expect to get a few cents per minute of premium watch time. So for every minute that someone watches your thing, you'll make a few cents. Sometimes it varies, like sometimes it's like 1 cent, 2 cents, sometimes like 5, 6 cents. It kind of changes depending on various factors. I'll put a link to the blog post on the Skillshare Teacher Handbook, which fully explains this. So that's one way of making money from Skillshare in terms of watch time. But the other way of making money from Skillshare is to use the Skillshare affiliate program, which is that anytime someone signs up for Skillshare using your special affiliate link, then you make $7 or $10 depending on how early you signed up to this particular affiliate program. So these are my numbers for 2020. In January 2020, I had one class on Skillshare, my video editing class. That month, I made $2,800 from royalties, i.e. watch time, and $300 from affiliate links, which was a total of $3,105.89. In February, it was pretty similar, $2,643 in total, of which $280 came from affiliate sales. Now, right at the end of March was when I released my second Skillshare class about how to study for exams, and that was on like the final day of March. And so in March, I made $5,680.57. But then because that class was active throughout all of April, at the end of April, my earnings from Skillshare were $29,746.84, of which $9,340 was from the affiliate kind of people signing up to Skillshare using my link, mostly to watch my class. Right at the end of May, I released my class on how to use Anki flashcards again on Skillshare. That was active for the final 2 days of May. So in May, I made $40,926.99 off of Skillshare. This class was active through all of June, and then at the end of June, I released a productivity Skillshare class. And so in June, we climbed even further to $56,547.21. And since then, in July, September, October, and December, I've released like a productivity class, a stoicism class, and a cooking class. And so this is what the numbers have looked like up until October. July was 62,541. August was 60,582. September was 67,363. October was 66,194. And I would estimate November and December, because numbers haven't quite been added up yet, I would estimate that that's going to be about 60,000 each for November and December. This is absolutely insane. If we add these numbers up, that means that from Skillshare, watch time and affiliates, i.e. just by virtue of the fact that I've got 7 classes now on Skillshare, in 2020, so far, I've made $515,000. Now, if you had told me this even a year ago, that I'd be making $500,000 from Skillshare by just releasing courses and teaching what I know online, I would have definitely had a stroke, and I would have accused you of trying to kill me or something, because this is just absolutely mental. Let's look at the numbers a little bit more. So if we look, I've got so far I've got 100,124 students in my class, and those have watched about 8 million minutes of watch time, and by the end of 2020, this will be about 9.5 million minutes of watch time. That means so it's 100,000 students, each watching on average 90 minutes worth of content. And if we run the numbers on this, that is only about $5 per student in overall revenue. So I've got 100,000 students who've taken my courses. Overall, this year I've made $515,000, therefore around about $5.15 for every student who has taken a course on Skillshare. That's mine. Again, this is not actually how it works. You know, how it actually works is, as I've explained, with the watch time and with the affiliate revenue, but like I'm kind of averaging these numbers overall. And it kind of shows that a platform like Skillshare, you can make a lot of money on Skillshare, but only if you have a very large audience, because you don't make that much money for every individual student. Why do I put my courses in Skillshare? Well, because basically they're free for people to watch. Anyone can sign up to a free trial of Skillshare and can watch my courses. And because a lot of my classes in Skillshare are aimed at students, I like the fact that I don't need to charge any real money to students, because like my studying class or my productivity class or my stoicism class, you can all basically take those for free. So Skillshare is a very interesting model which seems to be profitable for them, even though a lot of people can take the classes for free using the free trial. And if you continue beyond the free trial, and it's just like $10 a month, it's actually completely worth it. Now, the takeaway from these numbers should not be, hey, Skillshare is really profitable, let me go and make a class on Skillshare. Because, as I've shown you, like, yes, you can make money on Skillshare, and as they say in the teacher handbook, some of the top teachers are making over $100,000 a year off of Skillshare. But you do need to have large numbers for this to work properly. And I got an email from someone, you know, I talked about the power of Skillshare in my video in May, where I talked about that in that month I earned like $5,000 for Skillshare at the end of March. And someone emailed me saying, hey, I put, you know, you said Skillshare was great, and I made a piano class, but only 2 people have watched it. It's like, okay, there is a video up here called How to Make Money Online, the 3 levels. And yes, you can make money online by selling courses, but it's just so much easier when you have an audience of people who know, like, and trust you, who will buy your stuff or will watch your Skillshare classes when you put something out. If you don't have an audience, it's so much harder to get your work out there in front of people, because why would anyone want to buy from you if they don't already know, like, and trust you? Which is why, again, coming back to this, if you actually care about making money online, if you care about replicating the success or whatever you want to call it, the only way to do it really, in my book, is make useful videos, do it once or twice a week for free on YouTube, and do it for 2 years. And then after 2 years, you can start making Skillshare classes. I made my first Skillshare class in September of 2019, which was 2 and a bit years, like nearly 2.5 years after I started posting videos on YouTube. If I had started Skillshare classes from day one, it would not have been particularly profitable. I probably would have not made very much money on them, even if the classes were really good, because so much of my success in Skillshare and like all of these different platforms comes from the fact that I have this pre-existing audience on YouTube. And again, I've spent the last 3.5 years, two videos every single week, just like banging out, and hopefully these videos are semi-useful. So converting that $515,000 into pounds, £350,000, and if we add all of the things up, that means the total so far is £740,000 for 2020. The final thing I want to talk about, the final source of revenue in this coffin, is my new live online course called the Part-Time YouTuber Academy. Now, I had the idea for this around about August, September time, and it was very kind of loosely in my head. And initially, I was going to do this as like a, I was thinking of doing it as a Skillshare class, and or alternatively, I was thinking about just selling it for like $100 or $200 on my own website. And then I spoke to my mates Tiago Forte and David Perel, who run their own courses called Building a Second Brain and Write a Passage. Now, both of these courses are very expensive. Building a Second Brain starts at $1,500. Write a Passage starts at $4,000. And I've taken both of these courses, and they're both really, really good. And one of the things that makes them really, really good is the fact that they're live online courses where you're like learning on live Zoom calls. Secondly, there's like a really engaged community of people who are serious about it. And thirdly, these courses are really good because they charge so much money for them. Like, we're no longer in the age where content is the thing that's holding people back. There's like limitless content on the internet now. The thing that stops people from learning on the internet or learning anything is in fact the accountability and the community aspects of things. And so when I spoke to Tiago and David, what they said to me was like, look, you're making this YouTuber Academy thing. Hypothetically, if you were to charge $1,000 for it, how would that change your approach to it? I was like, oh gosh, charging $1,000 for a course? I've never done that before. And I said, okay, if I were to charge $1,000, I would do it live. I would do it over 4 or 6 weeks. I would make sure I'm very, very actively involved in it. And I would do whatever I can to get success for our students. And so, thanks to Tiago and David's advice about how to actually make a good online course these days, I decided, you know what, let's try this out as a live cohort. And initially I thought maybe 5 or 10 people would sign up to this course. But in the end, we had 360 paying customers. And the overall revenue from cohort 1 of the course was $294,000, which is £220,000. That is a lot of money. I had no idea it would be this successful in cohort 1, and actually we've just wrapped up last week and we had our after party like yesterday. And we've got so many glowing testimonials, people saying that this course has changed their life and really helped them either improve their YouTube channels or kickstart their YouTube channels, and it's just become a really lovely, wholesome community. And this would not and could not have happened had we not done it as a live course. And I think had we not charged the high prices that we did, we would have had a lot less serious people taking this course. So we're going to run the second cohort in February. Registration for it's open, is now open if you want to check it out. Link in the video description. But really the strategy here for this sort of stuff is that this course is the first thing that I've truly charged money for in my entire like online YouTubing career thing. Classes on Skillshare in my book don't really count as charging real money because, anyone can basically sign up to the free trial. And it's like if you have a documentary on Netflix and you say to people, hey, watch my Netflix documentary like Matt Diabella's doing, you're not really charging the audience for it. They've already got a Netflix subscription and they just happen to be watching your documentary. Equally for affiliate deals, I don't feel like it's me charging the user for the thing. Whereas this is the first time I've actually charged real money for something. And I was really, really, really scared about it initially because it's like, oh my God, is this actually going to be good? Are people actually going to pay? Are they going to have a good time? And for the most part, like 99% of people who've gone through our course have had a fantastic time of it. We've given out like 3 refunds thanks to our kind of no questions asked money back guarantee out of the 400 students in total who've taken this course, which I think is a pretty reasonable rate of doing things. Now, again, obviously the lesson here shouldn't be that, hey, why don't you, as a, watching this video, go and do your own live online course, because if you've got the audacity to charge several hundred to several $1,000s for a course, people won't just sign up to that for no reason. Like, this is again just a case of if you build an audience over a long period of time, an audience of people who know, like, and trust you, then when you start charging real money for a product which is actually good, people will be happy to pay for that money and will be happy to pay for access to you. And another reason why I was really scared of charging real money for this course is because I didn't quite realize how diverse my audience was. Yes, I saw on the YouTube analytics that actually my videos are popular between like the 25 to 34 age demographic, and mostly in the US and in the UK. But, a 35-year-old in the US is not the sort of person, who has money to spend on this sort of thing and wants to take YouTube seriously and wants to use it as a business. That sort of person is not the same person who's commenting on my videos. The people who comment on my videos are a very, very different demographic to the people who I'm aiming this course at. If you're watching at the end of this and you are, for example, under the age of 18, this course is not aimed at you. It's not for you. Like, you might be annoyed. Oh my God, how can you possibly charge $1,000 for a course? Like, it's actually not for you. It's for people who want to treat YouTube as a business and who want to invest in it and take it seriously. And actually, like, half of the people on the course had pre-existing profitable businesses on the side, and they want to use YouTube to grow their business. That is a very different market to a 16-year-old student from Pakistan watching this channel and thinking, oh my God, I can't believe Ali has the audacity to charge real money for something. And it took this experience of running this course to help me really appreciate this. And now I'm totally okay with charging large amounts of money, because I know that the more money people pay for something, the more likely they are to actually take action and actually do it. Like, if a course is free, basically no one is going to go through it, because it's like, oh, it's just free content. It's a commodity at that point. Whereas if it's a premium experience, people are paying a hell of a lot of money for it, and they have intimate access to me, my team, and the community. That is what really gets people results. So overall revenue from the course so far has been £220,000. And so overall, that brings us to a total revenue of £960,000 for 2020. And I thought this was going to be where it ends. And I was like, oh, we're not going to hit that million mark. But in the final week of the course, we had tons and tons and tons of students who were part of the course saying that they just loved it so much, and they loved the community and the accountability, and they wanted a way to keep it going. And so, after doing lots of discussions with the team, we decided to make like an alumni inner circle membership program, where we charge students $50 a month to sign up to this membership program. And that is like a community. It's like monthly coaching calls with me, and it's like guest workshops with the team, and it's like a load of content and like weekly events. And in fact, we've got daily Zoom calls, co-working sessions, and homework club. And we've got like a whole load of stuff, and we're charging people $50 a month for it, which is like a complete no-brainer. It's like so worth it in terms of the value that people are getting from this. And actually, in the last few days, we have launched this Inner Circle membership program, and actually we have 124 members, and overall we've made $71,400 from the first cohort of people who've signed up to the annual membership for this Inner Circle thing as a way of continuing their YouTubing journey. Which means that adding up all of these numbers, my overall revenue for 2020 for the business has been £22,100 from my full-time salary as a doctor for 7 months, £100,000 from Google AdSense, £132,000 from affiliates, £136,000 or thereabouts from sponsors, £350,000 from Skillshare, $220,000 from the first cohort of the Part-Time YouTuber Academy, and £53,000 from the first cohort of the Inner Circle signing up to annual memberships, which brings us to an overall grand total of £1,013,000, which for the
Chat, very important to add. If you take a look at this entire stream, you will understand that this person right here would have never thought that he could make this, because he was a doctor. If somebody would have told him in 3 years from now, if you make a video or 2 videos per week, you upload them, I'm going to guarantee you $1 million 2 years after, right? He will, like he said, he would have said that that was insane, that was crazy, and that you were trying to kill him if you would have told him that. So, like I said, you can never connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking back. So don't get discouraged. Get started today. If you have an idea or a topic you were interested in talking about, go ahead and turn on your camera, start your first stream, record. If you want to teach somebody something, then go to Skillshare, open up an account, and put your course there. Look at how much he's making on Skillshare, $350,000 per year. And basically, all he did was record it. It took him an hour or however long the course is to teach a person a certain skill that he has. And so, I mean, you never know. Just put in the effort, and without getting discouraged about the views or comments or the initial passive income results, you're going to get there. Okay, if you just take massive action and you learn the knowledge and the financial education to build your asset column with real cash flow and assets, how to use debt. If you have a credit card, you can build passive income and you'll be a tax-free entity. It's all about making a lot in passive income and being able to keep that passive income, not giving it out through taxes. You have to have a tax strategy. You have to understand some corporate law, and you need to have a business team that can help you succeed in your business and keep majority of your passive income and protect your assets. All right, let's continue. We're almost done here.
Is 1.362 million US dollars.
let me see
YouTube
here.
channel and like the stuff. Overall grand total of £1,013,000. Which for the Americans among us is 1.362 million US dollars. Yeah, like it's just absolutely absurd. It's just absolutely mental. Never in a million years did I think a YouTube channel and like the stuff courses around it would make £1 million a year or $1 million a year. It just seemed completely insane. But over the last year, as the channel has grown, as the team has expanded, and as I've made lots of friends over the internet who are also making this level, if not more than this, in terms of money online, it's just really, it's just, yeah,
It's very
don't know what to
inspiring.
say. Partly thank you to the audience for doing the stuff, thank you to all the students who've signed up for our stuff, and hopefully you learned something from this video. Like, I don't really know what else to say. It's just this thing of like, if you care about making money on the internet, then it's just absolutely next level when you can build an audience of people who know, like, and trust you. And if you can just keep on doing this, plugging out useful content for free once or twice a week on YouTube for a period of several years, YouTube will have an audience of people who know, like, and trust you. I can't promise you'll get these same numbers. These numbers are insane, but I know people who've been doing the same thing who have numbers even higher than this. I've got a friend with 500,000 subscribers who makes £2.5 million a year off of his coaching program. That's pretty insane. There's this whole world of like online entrepreneurship out there for creators, and the really cool thing about this is that there is no real way of selling snake oil. Like, the way to make large amounts of money on the internet is to provide value at scale, because ultimately money is just an exchange of value. And if we think of making money as being an evil thing, then we're never going to make money. But if we think of me as sort of making money as a fair exchange of value or perceived value, which is actually just value, then actually making £1 million a year off of educating people online, I think that's actually pretty reasonable because it shows value creation at scale. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, it's a really, really, really long video. I'd love it if you could leave a comment with like a clover emoji, just because I want to see how many people got to the end. If you like this video and you're still here, you should definitely check out this video, which talks about the 3 different levels of making money online, which is kind of a more how-to guide for how to get started doing this stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Perfect. That was amazing. That's the one I wanted to show you. And
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel.
I think we are done for this stream. I'm actually going to I was going to do an edit on the Final Cut Pro, what you call it, the software that allows you to edit the videos, but I'm going to do that. See, I have the video already here ready to edit, and I'm going to do that on the next stream, just not to mix the two things here, which they're related to each other, because if you're going to start a YouTube channel, you're going to need to learn how to edit your videos, and I want to show you how easy you can do that. Okay, so if you don't have any money, you can download Final Cut Pro into your computer, and then you're going to learn what you need to do in order to have a cool video that will get a lot of views. All right, so I'm going to actually do that on the next stream, which I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to cut this one right here, and then if you're watching this, and go to the next live broadcast that we're going to be doing about Final Cut Pro and how to edit your videos so that you get a lot of views. Okay, I hope that this live stream has been valuable to you. I have learned a lot myself. Remember, if you have something that you want to teach or talk about, go to a Skillshare, open up an account there. I'm going to leave a link below, and sign up so that you can create a course and upload your class and start building passive income and begin using your time to build and acquire passive income. Remember, rule number 1 of our company here at Master Investor is to build passive income and make money work hard for us. Okay, that is very important. And the rule number 2 is that it does not take money to make passive income. It takes knowledge. We have all the resources and tools, and all you need is an email address, and I know you have that. So check out all the links in the description. Go to our website at MasterInvestor.education. Get one of our courses here. Start building passive income with the internet, and we have what it takes for you to get started right away today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you for subscribing, and make sure you share this great content with others, because that's when it becomes a treasure, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Smash the like button and make sure you turn on the notifications so you know when we go live or upload another valuable video that will change your life forever. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.